Your Mingus Marauders are on the air. Mingus Marauder Football is proudly sponsored by Gettle's High Desert Mechanical, offering solutions for your comfort. Northern Arizona Healthcare, improving health, improving people. And Suzy Q Market, the best road trips start at Suzy Q. Mingus Marauder Football is also brought to you by these fine businesses. Jackson Hewitt Rice Accounting, with locations across Northern Arizona. Larry Green Chevrolet, the people place. And Tiffany Construction, knowledge and experience to bring your project to reality. Radio sponsors of the Marauders on AM 1600, 96.3 FM, and online at verdyvalleytv.com include All Price Insurance. Call 634-2311 to get your quote. Taylor Waste, service tailored to your needs. Yavapai College, you can, we can, together. And Rock Zoo Screen Printers, where clothing comes to rock. And now we go out to the press box for Philip Catalfamo and Nick Yatsinko.
We are live inside the cave here at Mingus Union High School. Philip Catalfamo alongside Nick Yatsinko. Want to welcome you in here to Verde Valley TV and KYBC. We are ready for some Mingus Marauder football right here as we get pumped and ready as the Mingus Union Marauders are at home to take on the Arcadia Titans. Nick, it's been a long time waiting to say that.
And everybody is so pumped up, from the crowd that's already filling in to the players and coaches on the field. Smiles from cheek to cheek. It's awesome to be home.
We are absolutely ready for a fireworks show between these two teams as the Marauders look to bounce back from a loss against Bradshaw Mountain, and Arcadia looking to bounce back from a loss as well. We'll talk about that, preview this matchup on the other side of this break. Stay with us as the Mingus Marauders take on the Arcadia Titans.
People often refer to Larry Green Chevrolet as the people place. Keeping that reputation is a priority in the community and with every customer that comes through the door. Larry Green Chevrolet, we're better and we'll prove it. If you're in the market for a new or pre-owned car, truck, van, or SUV, you'll find our selection extensive and the sales team professional and courteous. Visit Larry Green Chevrolet just off Highway 260 next to Walmart or LarryGreenChevrolet.com.
Yavapai College has 6 campuses and centers in Sedona, the Prescott area, and the Verde Valley. With more than 100 degree and certificate programs, YC has what you need to jumpstart your academic journey. Our athletics teams are some of the best in the nation, and we have plenty of student-led clubs, organizations, and activities. Our full-time student discount makes YC the most affordable option in Arizona for a full-time student. Learn more today at yc.edu.
Since 1925, Tiffany Construction has worked with developers and local and federal government to build, expand, and improve infrastructure, roads, drainage systems, and subdivisions. From concept to completion, the Tiffany Construction team provides a full complement of construction services and state-of-the-art delivery methods customized to fit your needs and budget. They're Arizona's longest tenured family-owned and operated civil contractor and proudly serving the Verde Valley since 1991. Tiffany Construction, knowledge and experience to bring your project to reality.
2 things we can count on every year:
a new set of tax rules and great weather here in Northern Arizona.
Jackson Hewitt Tax Service, locally owned and operated by Lewis Rice since 1997, is here for you all year long.
Your neighborhood Jackson Hewitt Tax Office will help you in all of your taxing situations.
Electronic filing is always free with your tax preparation at Jackson Hewitt Tax Service.
Get more in return. Call 1-800-234-1040 for an office near you.
Choose precision. Choose innovation. Choose robotic-assisted knee and hip replacement. Choose Northern Arizona Healthcare.
Choose the region's most comprehensive heart program. Choose care close to home. Choose world-class surgeons. Choose Northern Arizona Healthcare.
Want to welcome you into the pregame show here at Marauder Stadium or Bright Field on the campus of Mingus Union High School. Brand new football field for the Mingus Union Marauders. We've been waiting so long to get an opportunity to come and call a game here in Cottonwood. It has been a long time. Nick, it's been a real long time since we've gotten to get a chance to get up here inside the booth here on the Cave. Philip Catalfamo alongside Nick Yatsinko. Want to welcome you in here on Verde Valley TV and KYBC. The Mingus Union Marauders are back at home for the first time this season, back coming off of a tough loss against the Bradshaw Mountain Bears on the road, 57-45, a close, high-scoring game. Unfortunately, did not go the way of the Mingus Union Marauders. But, Nick, they're back at home for the first time in a very, very long time, and we're excited to be back at home, and hopefully we'll see some fireworks here.
And hopefully this is the good remedy, right? Being back at home, because what a tough loss last week was. And not only was that the second really tough loss of the season for the Marauders, but it was also a region loss.
Right.
So total, both teams are 2-3 this season. Arcadia tonight comes in 2-3.
Yep.
The Marauders are 2-3. We got the chance to catch up with Coach Montebias a little bit. And right off the bat, he said it's going to be a dogfight. And it sure is, because one of these teams is going to get back to 500 with a chance to make that winning season. And somebody's going to fall even further down. So it is going to be a dogfight tonight.
Of course, the Mingus Union Marauders there on your screen if you're watching on Verde Valley TV, getting warmed up and ready for the start of the game. We're about 23 minutes away from the start of kickoff here. But, Nick, as I mentioned, the Mingus Union Marauders coming off of a loss. Of course, they're playing against the Arcadia Titans out of the 4A Black Canyon region. The Mingus Union Marauders, of course, in the 4A Grand Canyon region. And, yeah, you're right. Two tough losses against region opponents for the Mingus Union Marauders, but coming back at home should give them a little bit more, I'm going to say, chutzpah going forward into this game.
Yeah, no, I like that. And we've been putting points up.
Yeah.
Like we talked about kind of before we got up in the box, we've been putting the points up. And even the loss against Thunderbird, which wasn't as close as the Flagstaff and Bradshaw losses, we still got the 25 points. So the Marauders know how to put the points on the board tonight. It's going to be, you need to shut the Titans down.
Yeah, it's definitely going to have to be shut down, the Titans, a team that these two programs have not played against each other since 1994. We'll talk about the history of these two programs here in a little bit, but yeah, you're right. It's going to have to be a high-scoring game for the Mingus Union Marauders. Since week one, they've put up at least 25 points a game. Of course, high-scoring affairs against Alhambra, against Yunker. Those are two out-of-region opponents. Even the two losses against Flagstaff, against Bradshaw Mountain, both high-scoring affairs. And here against the new team, of course, these two programs have never seen each other before, or at least since 1994. So there's still a lot of unknown. Like you mentioned, Coach Montebias talked to us before the start of the game saying, of course, these two teams are very similar in the way that they play. I kind of asked Coach, hey, what did you see on tape? What do they do quite well? He says, well, they kind of play like us. High-scoring, high-octane offense. Of course, Dave Montebias on the side of Mingus Union High School, Coach Ray Brown on the side of Arcadia High School. So we're in for a very fun one here. But kind of looking back at the Bradshaw Mountain game, let's take a look at some statistics here. Zach Harrison, of course, the quarterback for the Mingus Union Marauders, 16 for 26 in that game, 227 yards passing, 1 passing touchdown, 20 yards rushing with a touchdown on the ground for Harrison on 10 carries. And, Zach, we've talked about him being so comfortable in the pocket, so comfortable inside this offense, but no interceptions in that game against Bradshaw.
I mean, his quarterback rating all season so far has been phenomenal. Yeah. I mean, he's been a great leader, great quarterback out on the field for the Marauders. And your point you just made, we've been scoring at least 25 points a game.
Yeah.
Zach's a huge part of that success, and they're going to have to continue that tonight.
Taking a look at the other stats here, Austin Wharf, number 8, 2 carries, 17 yards, and 1 receiving touchdown. Unfortunately, did have an interception last play of the game against Bradshaw Mountain. An unfortunate Philly special turned into a Philly nightmare for the Mingus Union Marauders. But Angelo Alvarez, of course, we've been talking about him all season long. You and I finally got a chance to say a couple words to him. Of course, we don't usually get an opportunity to talk with the players too much. They're warming up when we get a chance to go down there. But Angelo seemed fired up. We take a look at his statistics. 17 carries, 169 yards on the ground, 3 rushing touchdowns, 4 receptions through the air, 102 yards receiving with 1 touchdown for Angelo Alvarez. One of the highest scoring players, not only in the 4A Grand Canyon region, but in the 4A in total in the state of Arizona and also in the state in general.
Hopefully he builds on those accolades tonight. Yeah, he was fired up down on the field, and Coach Montebias said it before we even got to speak with Angelo. He said the guys are fired up. The seniors are pumped. They finally deserve to be at home brand new field. It looks great down there. And yeah, Angelo Alvarez, very fired up down there, looking at us, trying to come give us a chest bump. Like, you know, warm up. And then how about Hunter Perkins? We won't see him on the field tonight, but Hunter Perkins is down there just as fired up as the players. It's great to see.
Well, you can see Hunter's statistics from last game. Unfortunately, Perkins and Brazen Dirkolek not playing tonight for the Mingus Union Marauders. Brazen had a little bit of a foot boot on his ankle, so not entirely sure what the extent of the injuries are. Hopefully we'll get both those players back very soon. But you're right, Hunter Perkins absolutely electric on the sidelines for the Mingus Union Marauders, and they're going to need that energy here against a team that they have never seen before. Of course, taking a look at the rest of the stats here, Ian Contreras, another guy who's been incorporated in the offense a little bit more, 2 receptions, 35 yards passing, receiving, excuse me. It's great to see the Marauders operating more through the air, as this team, at least for the past 2 seasons that you and I have been here, have always been basically a running team.
Yeah, and this season, finally Zach's been able to settle down. That offensive line's given him much more time. Those guys have matured. Few seniors on that offensive line. We also got a few young guys, so that's great. But yeah, able to find his wide receivers with a little height. Contreras has got some height to him.
Right.
Worf is taller than most DBs in high school too, so it's great to see him spread it around. We won't see Dirkolek and Perkins, who have been other weapons for Harrison in the passing game, but hey, somebody's got to step up, and I'm excited to see who that'll be.
Well, we're hoping that the Mingus Union Marauders can do a good job of containing the quarterback Rocco Mortensen on the side of Arcadia. We'll take a look at their stats here in just a little bit. But, looking at the defense, obviously Brazen Dirkolek not being on the field hurts a little bit on your edge rushing. Of course, Brazen playing defensive line for the Mingus Union Marauders. They kind of lose that speed on the edge a little bit. We'll see who picks up the slack a little bit with Brazen not on the field tonight. But taking a look at the statistics from last week's game against Bradshaw, for defense, Austin Worf, 8 total tackles, 4 solo, 4 assisted. But Kai Arnado, who's been a more recent addition to the offense for the Mingus Union Marauders, has been doing a great job on the defensive end. 7 total tackles, 4 solo, and 3 assisted in that loss against Bradshaw last week. And of course, Esteban Loretto, who we've been talking about all season long, playing both sides of the field, offensive and defensive line, 18 total tackles in that game against Bradshaw, 12 solo and 6 assisted.
And, just to touch on Latham and Nick Choate out there, those guys are also going both ways, just like Esteban Loretto. But like you just said, Esteban's been a beast, both sides of the ball. We almost got to see him take a pick 6 back in the dome. Just close. I think he thought he was headed to the end zone just a bit early, but it's nice to see the big guys have so much success down there.
Nick, in terms of improvements from last week, where would you like to see this team kind of, just improve on from last week?
It's going to have to be on the defensive side of the ball. We've been putting up numbers offensively. Zach's done a great job leading that offense down there. Offensive line's done a phenomenal job opening up holes wherever they need it. We've seen the guards pulling and getting upfield all season long. Even the tackles are up celebrating in the end zone when Alvarez or Harrison's walking in. So those guys have done great. Really got to clamp down on the defensive side of the ball. You can't let your opponents score over 45 points. That maybe should be something in the Marauders' head tonight. Let's not let them get over 40 points. We know we have a high-power offense, so you can go out there and put some points on the board. Don't let them score over 40.
I will say some patience on defense as well in terms of the defensive backs for the Mingus Union Marauders. Too many times have we seen a few receivers make some easy catches because, just maybe a little aggressive trying to get the interception or the deflection, whatever it may be. So it'd be nice to see the Marauders defensive backs just settle in and play a little bit more conservative tonight. We haven't necessarily obviously seen Arcadia this season. They're not in the region. They're a Phoenix team. And of course also, we have never played them since 1994. So a lot of these kids are very unfamiliar with this program. So we don't really know what they do well. We don't know if they pass well, they run well. We've got some stats we'll talk about here in just a little bit. But keeping the defensive backs in control would definitely help a little bit. Get a little bit more of a little bit more pressure for Mortensen tonight if he's going to decide to throw the ball.
Yeah, and it's like you just said, these are new teams we're playing kind of. I know we played them in 94 and we played them for a few seasons before that, but coaching schemes change. A lot of things change over the years. So it's definitely not the same offense that Arcadia had that long ago. And, we played Yonker this season, Thunderbird, a handful of new schools. So that might go to the Marauders' advantage. I'm not sure how many teams on Arcadia's schedule were new teams, because the Marauders, in fairness, have a lot of new teams this season, and Arcadia is one of them that we're playing.
Well, Mingus Union currently is 2-1 against out-of-region opponents so far this season. The only 2 wins on the season so far, of course, that Week 1 loss against Thunderbird. So another opportunity against an out-of-region team. They'll get one more opportunity next week on the road at Benjamin Franklin. We hope you join us for that one as well. But Nick, taking a little look at at the matchup between these two teams. Like I mentioned, haven't played each other since 1994. Started playing against each other in 1989, and then had a little bit of a streak there through 1994, and then they just both decided not to play each other anymore, or whatever the case may have been. Mingus Union's biggest win against Arcadia, 37-6. Their closest win, 24-13 in 1992. Obviously, nobody on the field, including myself, was born in 1994, so nobody here who is on the field at least has played against these two teams. But
I was born.
Oh yeah, I know. Yeah, of course. But it's interesting to see these two programs. We've been talking about Yunker. Never seen Yunker before. Alhambra. We've never seen Alhambra before. It's nice to see. Kind of get an opportunity, a little bit of a rehash of the rivalries, between the north end of the state and the south end of the state. Maybe not a huge one, of course, out of region, but just kind of fun to see these non-area teams come up and play us.
Yeah, and just like the players we've seen develop, and especially the seniors this season, how about the coaching staff?
Oh, yeah.
We have seen major improvements, and you can tell these guys are gelling together. Last week, they took on Bob Young and the old Marauders coaching staff at Bradshaw, and boy, that was a chess match.
Yep.
It was great to watch the coaches make some great calls out there. Like you said earlier in the pregame show, Austin Warp with that unfortunate interception. But, hey, I like it. It's a gamble. You're trying to do a trick play. You're trying to get into the end zone. You're trying to upset what, everyone thought Bradshaw was going to have the edge on Mingus. So kudos to the coaching staff. Hopefully they can continue that tonight because they've done great, like you just said, about beating the out-of-region opponents.
Well, they've put up a real good fight against Bradshaw and Flagstaff, and that does go a lot to the coaching staff with Coach Monsabayas. Of course, you mentioned Coach Anguiano, Coach JR, Coach Hasseman, all those guys down there calling the plays and making things happen for the Mingus Union Marauders. And, we have seen a step up even since the Flagstaff game a couple weeks ago where the play call has really been great for the Marauders. They've done a phenomenal job of utilizing a lot of counter plays, utilizing through the air like we mentioned. We saw the running back pass, which we haven't seen at all in the past 2 seasons of you and I calling games here. But it's nice to see the Marauders getting a little trickery. We talked about that in the beginning of the game last week, utilizing a little trick plays that unfortunately didn't go the way of the Mingus Union Marauders. But it's nice to see Coach Monsabayas have that confidence in his offensive coordinator of Coach Anguiano, and it's great to see.
Yeah, and those guys are pumped tonight here at the Cave. And, like you just said, we saw an onside kick last week.
That's right.
Trying to take the win over Bradshaw in the last minute, similar to how Flag beat us in the Dome, and we recovered it. It was exciting. It was awesome. And I'm sure as a player on the sidelines, that pumps you up. Your coach has a lot more confidence in you, so you have that in your pocket, and that's just a great weapon to have. We saw a field goal already this season, so the Marauders really kind of venturing out, and I love to see the use on special teams and all that.
You made a great point with special teams. Marcus Bueno is a guy that we haven't mentioned too much here on the broadcast, but Marcus has really been doing a phenomenal job of being reliable. He has the one field goal so far this season, and other than that, I think he's only missed 2-point-after attempts. Of course, the great kick on the onside kick. You've got his usual. Marcus is pinning teams around the 20. That is integral when it comes to high school football, especially against high-powered offenses like Bradshaw and Flagstaff. And we saw it in that game where Marcus was able to pin, and Angelo as well. Angelo Alvarez has also been handling kicking duties as well. When both of those guys have been able to pin teams deep, Mingus has been able to put themselves in a good spot defensively to get stops and turn over the ball. But taking a look here at the opponent, Arcadia, let's take a look at their last 3 games. They were at home on September 17th versus Desert Mountain, a region team, 41-6 loss in that one. They come back on the road at Buckeye, lose 47-18. They come on the road again against Pueblo. They are coming off a win. I said earlier they were coming off a loss. I mixed that up. They were coming off of a win against Pueblo, 12-7 last week. Rocco Mortensen, so far, these are the statistics that we had. 14 for 13, 215 yards passing, 2 touchdowns, 4 carries, and 16 yards. Of course, I don't believe these are the full statistics, but what we have so far on this team is sophomore quarterback in Rocco Mortensen, sophomore running back in Brady Forst, and a sophomore wide receiver in Jeremy Smith. This is a young team for Coach Brown, Coach Ray Brown of Arcadia, but what confidence does that give you going forward? I mean, you're coming in with these kids, you're sophomores. Same we saw with Zach Harrison.
Right.
Zach came in and took over the starting position as a sophomore, and now Rocco Mortensen on the side of Arcadia. You see them on your screen there wearing the blues and whites. Very similar to Kansas University. Love that number scheme there. But Coach Brown's going to be possibly going into next season with most of this roster returning, including his starting quarterback, Rocco Mortensen. I know we don't know too much about him, but and it's got to be good going forward when you just start taking over a program this season.
For sure, these guys are going to be real dangerous in the next couple seasons. I mean, these young guys are coming back as juniors and then seniors. And boy, a couple of these Arcadia games this season for them have only been losses by a few points. We got a chance to talk a little bit during the week about this matchup, and just like the Marauders have lost by just a few points in a couple games already. Right. So records really don't tell the true story of both teams' seasons right now, because both these records could be totally different between Mingus and Arcadia if just another minute or just a couple points in a couple games.
Again, talking about Coach Ray Brown, of course, this is his first season at Arcadia High School, though he comes with a plethora of experience. He was drafted by the St. Louis Cardinals, played for the Washington football team, the San Francisco 49ers, and the Detroit Lions. He's also coached for the football team, the Buffalo Bills, the 49ers, the Panthers, recently when they made that Super Bowl run, and of course more recently was a coach for the Arizona Cardinals, but made the Pro Bowl in 2001 as a left guard, was also second-team All-Pro in 2001, played alongside some of my favorite 49ers and Terrell Owens and Jeff Garcia, Bryant Young, Jeff Olbrich, Fred Beasley. I can go on and on listing all those guys on the 01 team, but Coach Brown coming into this program with a lot of experience, not only as a player but as a coach.
And boy, how dangerous is it that a coach that ventured in the field has young players like sophomores out there that are becoming back, and there you see the Marauder fans out on the field fired up. You got body paint going on. The stands are definitely filling up. The cheer squad's out. I'm sure we'll see the mascot out too. It's just electric here at home.
Yeah, you can't see it on KYBC, but if you are watching on Verde Valley TV, got a couple Marauder students down there as they blow up the cave for the Marauders to run out of. But they got some body paint on their chests, some face paint on their faces, all in the red and white. And Nick, it just reminds you that we're home.
Love it, love it. That's the atmosphere you want to play in. And just like that smile we saw on Coach Montevalles there as he told us, hey, we're pumped to be at home.
Oh, yeah.
The seniors are fired up. And you could tell it was electric down there. Between Perkins and Alvarez, you can't get any more excited than that.
Yeah, Hunter Perkins was definitely fired up on the sidelines. But Nick, let's take a look at our three keys to the game. Obviously, the Marauders facing this team, the first time these two programs have matched up since 1994. So nobody is familiar with anybody, but we got some three keys to the game here. So Nick, what are they?
Yeah, I'm going to start with take advantage of playing at home. Obviously, we just talked about how electric it can be, and it's going to be electric. Everybody's fired up. The stands are louder than usual. Of course, first home game. Recover from injuries and another tough loss. Hey, just like I missed that second week, I had a minor surgery. Thanks, Dr. Mazahari, getting me right back in this. And the Marauders doing the same thing. They got to recover, keep themselves going. There's been some bangs and bruises. We've seen guys get up slow. We see Dirkelek and Perkins not playing tonight. You got to, recover. And the other tough loss. Ooh, boy, it's tough to come off such a region loss like that. Scoring while on defense, this could be a key to the game for me until it happens, because it's going to be a huge, huge key to the game. We've scored on special teams. We know we can score on offense. So now the next big thing is to get a score while we're on defense, which, hey, that could turn the entire momentum of the game around.
So you see right there our three keys to the game, brought to you by Reese's Tire Pros. Ride with confidence with Reese's Tire and Automotive Tire Pro. Locally owned, the Reese's Tire warranty provides coverage at over 50,000 locations nationwide. Get more miles for your money at Reese's Tire and Automotive Tire Pros or reesetire.com. And again, you can see our three keys to the game right there. Take advantage of playing at home. Of course, in front of the home fans, Nick, we're very excited to be here and get a chance to call this one. You can see the Marauders down there getting ready for the coin toss. We're about 7 minutes away from the start of this one. We are going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll continue to preview this match and we get you ready for the coin toss and opening kick here at the Cave. The Marauders are back home to take on the Arcadia Titans right here on KYBC and Verde Valley TV.
All Price Insurance on Main Street in Cottonwood is your local insurance provider for personal and commercial insurance. Call and compare 23 insurance companies for home, health, auto, RV, motorcycle, boat, or ATV. Specialty insurance and insurance bonds are no problem at All Price Insurance. Call or visit All Price Insurance today.
Want want to welcome you back here to Verde Valley TV and KYBC. I'm over here in the corner. Nick, why don't you head that way a little bit? Coach Lucas, why don't you go right in the middle? There we are. Now I'm on TV. Welcome back here to the pregame show on Verde Valley TV and KYBC. Philip Catalfamo alongside Nick Yatsinko. Coach Lucas of the Mingus Marauders Spirit Line is here to give us an update on the Spirit Line season. You and I got an opportunity to speak on my program Off the Bench, but a lot of new faces a part of the program. You're a new face, but a familiar face.
Yeah, excited to be here. Yeah, I'm an alumni here. I was a cheerleader here. And we have a really exciting program. We have a brand new program. All of our cheerleaders are brand new, never cheered before. So we actually just got our first boy.
Oh.
He is not here today, but he will be. And we just got a mascot.
Oh, nice. Yeah, we talked about that at the Bradshaw game, that you guys were welcoming back the mascot onto the field. But, however, there is a little bit of an update. As you see your Spirit Line down, there's the Marauders get ready to charge out of the helmet there. You were talking about you guys are doing a fundraiser right now. Speaking of the mascot, talking about possibly getting a new mascot costume.
Yes, that's our goal.
Can you tell us a little bit more about all of that?
Yeah, it's just a sponsorship thing. It's like the month of October, and you can sponsor day one. October 1st is $1. October 15th is $15. And it just, all of the funds are going to go towards getting the mascot a new costume, getting some more stuff for the cheerleaders in regards to uniforms, mats, safety type stuff. We really don't have much of anything, so it's our first fundraiser, and we're really hoping to do well, that we can kind of get some stuff established.
Now, Coach Lucas, we can obviously see your Spirit Line out there getting ready to point out the Mingus Marauder banner. How long did you guys work on that routine, right? Just to get the banner, you got a couple girls on shoulders here. How long did it take to just kind of set up this?
They got it pretty quick. They're really fast learners. I'm super proud of them, being that they've never done this before. This is a super simple stunt, but yeah, I mean, I don't know. We got it in a couple of practices. The biggest thing is I kept telling them they haven't done it with the football players yet. They've only done it with the volleyball team, and I said, please be careful when those football players come through that banner.
Oh yeah.
They could knock you down. So please make sure you're stable. You see we have some bases holding on to the girls' waist in the back, only because I don't want them all pulled down.
Well, you can see right there, of course, the bell starting to chime here at the Cave as the Marauders get ready to get on the field and get the football game going. Coach Lucas, before we let you go, one more time, where can people go to be a part of this fundraiser?
They can, if they want to donate, they can come up to the school office, go to the bookstore, talk to Eunice. No problem. They can donate money there. It is a tax write-off.
I forgot about the cannon.
There it is.
There goes the cannon. Here come the Marauders.
Gosh, there they are.
Well, Coach, first off, congratulations on coming back to Mingus Union High School. Thank you for taking the time to come on the show Off the Bench and also coming here on the pregame show. Please, if you are interested in helping out, like you said, you go to the office, go to the library, talk to the right people, contact
one of the
Coach
cheerleaders.
Lucas, talk to the cheerleaders. Let's get the donations going. Coach, I'm going to give you a donation on air right here.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Yes. Coach Lucas, thank you very much for coming on. Yes, of course. We're going to get readjusted here just a little bit. So, again, thank you, Coach Jennifer Lucas. You might want to watch your step. There we are. Nick, it's time.
Nice to hear that cannon.
Yes.
Woo!
I completely forgot about the cannon, but here we are. Mingus Union High School. The Marauders getting fired up and ready to go. Of course, without Brazen Durkalek, without Hunter Perkins, so they lose a little bit of the pressure off the edge in the defensive line. Do lose a little bit of speed in terms of the running backs, but Nick, we should see some guys step up here tonight.
Absolutely, and that's what it's about. Let's find some new guys that we haven't seen out there before, and they'll step up for sure. We've seen it all season long from these young guys last year that played up, and one of the keys to the game was that recovering, and Durkalek and Perkins, that's what they got to do. Take a game off. You know, we saw Perkins, how fired up he was down there, but you know what? That's okay. You got to kind of tone it down and recover a little bit.
We're going to take a break. We're going to stay right here. We're going to stay right here for the national anthem.
What so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight for the ramparts we won.
thank the Mingus Union Marauder Choir for giving us our national anthem here tonight. Nick, it's a little windy here in Cottonwood, Arizona, but we're fired up. We're back at home at the Cave, and the Marauders are taking on Arcadia.
Yeah, and we got to avoid the rain today. It looked like it was going to rain almost all day, especially about an hour or so before game time, and we got to avoid the rain. So, hey, playing on a dry, brand new field, and how exciting is that?
Well, it's definitely exciting. Of course, we talked about it all season long, just waiting and waiting to get this opportunity to call a Mingus Marauder football game here in 2021. Of course, the last time we were here with all these wonderful Marauder fans was during the pandemic, of course. But here, there are no masks in the stands, and we are getting ready for some football. I do want to get you the Cottonwood Public Library coin toss as we get started here. Cottonwood Public Library coin toss here, trying to build that resume. Check out the Cottonwood Public Library for volunteer opportunities. The Teen Zone is a great place to get started and look fantastic on that college application. Getting kind of close to that there, Nick. We're getting close to some kids maybe thinking about their next step. Cottonwood Public Library, connecting the community. Visit ctwpl.info for more information. Of course, we do want to thank again the Cottonwood Public Library for sponsoring our coin toss tonight. We've got our eyes on the field as well. Also brought to you by Reese's Tire and Automotive Tire Pros. Reese's Tire and Automotive Tire Pros is proud to sponsor youth and high school sports. Thank you to the coaches and referees dedicated to making our young athletes the best they can.
And again, captains out there. Captains are going to be Harrison. See Worf out there, Loretto, and Frudenreich. How about our player of the game
Joseph.
last week?
And of course, our referees here, the eyes on the field, our head linesman Eric Sanders, back judge Tyler Nelson, umpire Kevin Grell, referee Gary Wilson, our line judge Brian Bombardieri, excuse me.
Bombardieri. Like
well, it'd be nice if I get it correct. But here we go. Mingus Marauders will kick off. They'll be going from left to right on your radio dial. Arcadia will be going from right to left on your radio dials. We get ready for our first game of the season at Mingus Union High School. Nick, we're fired up. The Marauder faithful has come out in droves to see this team, and to the credit as well, Arcadia's got a nice little following as well on the opposite side of the field. But man, Nick, the energy. The band is going. We had the choir. It's feeling electric here at Mingus Union.
Love it. And yeah, like you just said, shout out to Arcadia. They got a full pack stands over there. That's great. And yeah, everybody on the Mingus side as we get set for kickoff is just on their feet and electric here. Great atmosphere.
Marcus Bueno will look to kick it off as we get started here at the Cave. Bueno will send it downfield, and Arcadia will recover it around the 10. That one picked up by number 16. That's Colin McMahon. McMahon going to the right side. He will get brought down around the Arcadia 25, as that is how they will start their offensive drive. Again, Colton McMahon on the reception in terms of the kick man, or the return man. So here we go. Marauders will get it at halftime. They'll start on the defensive side. And Nick, this is our first opportunity to see this offense of Arcadia and those slick uniforms.
Yeah, going to be crucial to shut them down. First possession, that's what we talked about. Coach Montebias said that's one of our keys. We got to shut them down. We know we can put points up when we get the ball. So here we go. A good test for the Marauders. Very first drive.
It'll be Mortensen in the shotgun formation. Two wide receivers on the ends, one man in the backfield with him. Mortensen will take the snap, dropping back to pass. Quick pass to the right side is through the hands of the intended receiver. Will go incomplete. That pass intended for number 14 on the right side. That one is incomplete. Will bring up 2nd and 10 here.
Yeah, boy, Mortensen fired that one in real fast. It was a fast. It was a pretty good ball too. Went right through the receiver's hands. Just a bit too much heat on there.
A little bit too much mustard on that throw, huh?
Yep, that's it. And the Marauders will take that all game long.
So it'll be 2nd and 10. Again, ball spotted on the Arcadia 25. 11 minutes, 46 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Mortensen again operating in the backfield with the running back lined up alongside him. Mortensen's going to drop back to pass. Quick pass to the left side is incomplete. That pass intended to the running back, number 31. That's Quentin Isabel. Isabel unable to corral that one in, so it'll bring up 3rd down.
Yeah, and Marauders were very fortunate on that one because Isabel catches that. He's going to be scampering upfield for at least another 5 or 6 yards.
He's definitely got a lot of room if he completes that pass, but does fall incomplete the way the Marauders, of course. 3rd down and 10 here. Again, ball spotted on the Arcadia 25. Looking to move the chains here on 3rd down. Mortensen again operating in the backfield here. Running back lined up alongside him. That's Isabel. Mortensen Takes the snap, dropping back to pass again, looking right. He's going to go deep. It is into the hands and caught around the Arcadia sideline near the 35-yard line. Pass is completed to Thomas Guerrero. It does fall completed. Not enough for the first down, but it'll bring up fourth down.
Interesting to see what Arcadia will do on a 4th and short. Looks like they're going to bring out the punt unit.
Looks like they are going to bring out the punt unit, but here we go. The question will be then, Nick, is it a punt or is it a fake?
Right, well, how this season's going, I love it. You don't know.
Yeah, you really don't.
A lot of gambling going on, and I love that.
Isaac De La Cruz, the dedicated kicker, punter, and free safety, will send it downfield here to the awaiting Angelo Alvarez. Ball is snapped a little high, but not an issue there for De La Cruz, as Alvarez will let it take a hop around the 30, and he'll just let it go and let Arcadia pick it up around the Marauder 28. And that's how they'll start their drive.
Yeah, smart play, and it's a great punt. Great punt by Arcadia, and if you're the Marauders, that's exactly what you want to see. 3 and out. Let's get that ball, and offense's very first drive. You know Zach's going out there with some mojo right now.
Well, like you said, Nick, great start for the Marauder defense, able to get a turnover on the side of Arcadia on 4 and out. But now the Marauders 1st and 10 on their own 27. We'll see if Mingus has some fireworks for their home fans. Harrison operating in the backfield. Takes the snap, dropping back to pass on the first play. Harrison, a lot of time to throw, pressure coming. Right over the middle is completed. Right around the 45 to Freddie Jimenez. He'll get brought down, but a great completion for a first down. A great pass from Harrison. 1st and 10 for Mingus Union on their own 45.
Yeah, nice job. Jimenez had a guy covering him. You're going to get to see it here.
Day and a half to throw.
Oh, for sure. That offensive line, we could talk about them all day. And Jimenez giving his quarterback an open spot to throw that ball to. Nice job, young man.
So here we go. Harrison operating under center. Man in the backfield, that's Alvarez. Harrison takes the snap, flips it to the left. Alvarez running on the left side, trying to find some space. Gets brought down by a field of Arcadia Titans, and he's brought down slightly behind the line. They'll probably say he was tackled right at the line, so no gain on that run. We'll try it on 2nd down.
And you absolutely know that the Titans have been watching game film on Angelo Alvarez, saying, all right, here's the guy we need to stop, because he's a monster with the football in his hands.
So now the Marauders will try it on 2nd and 10. Again, ball spotted on the Marauder 45. Harrison takes the snap. He's going to hand it off again to Alvarez. Alvarez got some room to run this time. Cuts his way in for a first down. 10-yard run for Angelo Alvarez. First down for the Marauders.
It doesn't even matter. They knew he's getting it, and Alvarez lowers that shoulder. How about that smile he gave us right before the game?
Hey, he called us out. We walked by him. He said, hey, guys. I was like, hey, Angelo.
Just a happy-go-lucky young man, and he knows how to get real nasty when he runs that football.
A great run by Angelo Alvarez results in a first down for the Mingus Union Marauders. Harrison's going to try it again here, hand it off to Alvarez up the middle. Not much of a run there from Alvarez, maybe about 4 on that inside handoff. And it will bring up now 2nd down for the Marauders, though a little closer to the first down. In fact, that was a run by Kyle Ramirez, not Angelo Alvarez. Correct myself there.
And, of course, nice job. You see Calvin Miller upfield blocking. That offensive line we've talked about all season long. They're really coming into their own here in the back half of the season.
All right, well, here we go. Harrison's going to take the snap, roll out to his right, looking to pass here. Harrison, quick pass to Freddie Jimenez is completed. Not enough for the first down, but very, very close. They're going to give it to him. Harrison to Jimenez, the connection. Results in another Marauder first down, or maybe they'll call it just short. I thought I saw the referee wave his hand to keep it going. Yeah, they are going to move the chains. That is going to be a first down for the Marauders. But you see right there, Nick, great play action from Ramirez. Harrison able to roll to his right and find Freddie Jimenez. A tough pass, but a great catch.
And he's had all day to throw these so far.
Harrison takes the snap, hands it off. Makai Arnado running to the left side, bounces off a couple blockers. Arnado gets brought down around the 30. Great run there by Makai.
Yeah, able to get those really, really short yards out of nothing. You're going to see Makai in your replay here go in. You know, that's still a pretty good hole. He's able to spin out of the tackle. Love the spin and get a couple more yards.
Well, it's going to be Mackay's backfield when Angelo graduates after this season, so it's great to see Mackay incorporated more and more into this Marauder offense. Again, Harrison operating in the backfield, 2 wide receivers on both ends. They're going to take the snap. Harrison, quick pass to the left side is completed. Should be enough for a first down. We'll see who that was completed to, and it was Joseph Frudenreich, our Verde Lee Market player of the game last week. We'll see who gets it this week, of course, but hey, guess what, Nick? First down, Marauders.
Yeah, Frudenreich has been clutch last week, and you can tell he's carrying that motivation right into this game. Generous spot there. Looked like he might have been just a little bit before the marker, but nonetheless, Marauders driving on their very first possession. 1st and 10 for the Marauders. Ball spotted on the Arcadia 23. Looking to convert here early. 7 minutes and 54 seconds left in the first quarter. Harrison takes the snap. He's going to flip it right to Alvarez. Alvarez trying to get to the edge. Cuts back, now past the 20. Cuts back inside around the 15. Alvarez stiff arms his way out of bounds. Good little run again from Angelo Alvarez. Not enough for the first down, but about a 6-yard gain on that run. Yeah, super close, and they might even give him another yard or two after that one. Gotta love it. Arcadia's got to be a little bit careful there because Angelo Alvarez doesn't go down easy, but they were carrying him on. They were pushing him out of bounds pretty deep there. So 1st and 10 for the Marauders. Ball spotted on the Arcadia 12. Mingus Union looking to convert here. 0-0 our score on the Larry Green Chevrolet scoreboard. 7 minutes, 42 seconds left in the first quarter. Harrison takes the snap. He's going to hand it off left side. Kyle Ramirez trying to find his way into the end zone. Does he get in? We'll see if the referees give the signal. They do. Kyle Ramirez gets in for the Marauders. The cannon is fired. That means the Marauders score 6-0. I love to see the different weapons going on. Nice job, Ramirez. And that's just a well-executed play. You see Calvin Miller. Man, that is such a good block. Calvin Miller pulls from the right side of the line to the left side, totally seals off the hole into the end zone. The Marauders go. Kyle Ramirez able to get into the end zone for the Mingus Union Marauders. They lead now 6-0 with 7:32 to go on our Larry Green Chevrolet scoreboard. We'll see if Marcus Bueno can kick in the PAT. He's been solid all season. It's not going to stop here in front of these home fans. 7-0 goes our score with 7:32 to go. Marauders defense will try to stop Arcadia's offense here on Verde Valley TV and KYBC.
The Suzy Q Market is the most convenient stop for road trips with 1,500 beverage selections and plenty of snacks. And save on fuel with the Marathon Make It Count reward program. The Suzy Q drive-thru window is the most convenient way to stop for those essentials on the way home.
Road trips start here with something for everyone.
At Suzy Q.
Shop local first, always.
Go Marauders!
Ball recovered around the Arcadia 15 and taken to the Arcadia 25 as they'll get their opportunity here on offense, their second opportunity so far in this game. Philip Catalfamo alongside Nick Yatsinko. Want to welcome you back here to KYBC and Verde Valley TV. You can see on our Larry Green Chevrolet scoreboard, Mingus Union up 7-0. Kyle Ramirez able to get into the end zone for the Marauders to get the scoring going early. Their defense did fantastic to get a stop on Arcadia's last drive. We'll see what they can do here as Arcadia starts again on their own 25. Mortensen in the shotgun formation, might be encroachment, so that's going to push Arcadia forward. As it seems somebody on the Marauder offense, or the Marauder defensive line just got a little too excited. But of course, you're at home.
They're amped up. Yeah, absolutely. They're amped up, and they had a great first series on defense, so looking to carry that.
Try it again here on 1st and 5. Again, ball spotted on the Arcadia 30. Mortensen in the shotgun formation. 2 wide receivers right, 2 on the left, man in motion. Mortensen takes the snap. He's going to hand it off to the right side. That's going to be a good run there by Lucas Rice, the wide receiver. He'll get the first down and get brought down around the 40. First down for Arcadia.
Yeah, boy, Rice does a nice job of finding the outside and making just 1 or 2 moves to cut up field, to run along the sidelines. And Arcadia moving the chains. We haven't seen, that's the first running play we've seen from Arcadia. So Marauders really got to keep an eye on that. They've been pass. All of a sudden, 1 run, first down.
So now we'll try it again here. 1st and 10, ball spotted on the Arcadia 41. And hopefully those motion plays with the receivers won't cause too much trouble. We'll elaborate on that in a little bit. Mortensen again in the shotgun formation. 2 wide receivers on both ends. Mortensen takes the snap. He's going to get the handoff to his running back. That's Isabel. He'll get stopped right at the line by the Marauders defensive line. Ben Blanks on the run there.
Yeah, boy, Blank's just nowhere to go. There's blank space out there to go. Marauders do a great job. That defensive line, those big guys are going both ways. It's incredible. It's only the beginning of the game, and I already feel tired watching them out there.
No gain on that run. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. 6 minutes and 48 seconds left in the first quarter. Mingus Union up 7-0 on our Larry Green Chevrolet scoreboard. Mortensen in the shotgun formation. Looking to move Arcadia into the Marauder territory. Mortensen takes the snap, dropping back to pass, flips it right side to Blanks. He's going to get stopped behind the line at least 2 yards. So Ben Blanks gets almost nothing on that run. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
And that'll give Mortensen a completion, but that's going to be about it, because it's going to be a little bit of a loss of yardage on that catch.
So it'll be a loss of about 2. It'll bring up 3rd and 13, make that 3. Ball spotted on the Arcadia 38. Mortensen in the shotgun formation. Mortensen waiting to take the snap. Man in motion. Mortensen takes the snap, dropping back to pass. Mortensen right over the middle. It is completed, and they've got some room to run. That one completed to Brady Forst. Forst gets into the end zone, and Arcadia's responded.
60-yard bomb. Mortensen. That came from nowhere over to Forrest. Watch this on your replay. Great ball by Mortensen. There's 2 Marauders right there, and that is a tight window to throw that football in. Forrest does a nice job of just catching it and running straight upfield.
Mortensen to Forst for a touchdown. 7-6 our score with 5:38 to go. And now Arcadia will look to tie things up here with the extra point. Again, De La Cruz on for the extra point. This is De La Cruz's first opportunity at a PAT, of course. 5:38 to go. Snap is away, kick is up, and it is good. Tie things up here at 7 with 5:38 to go in the first quarter. Stay with us here on Verde Valley TV and KYBC. Marauders looking to respond.
Since 1925, Tiffany Construction has worked with developers and local and federal government to build, expand, and improve infrastructure, roads, drainage systems, and subdivisions. From concept to completion, the Tiffany Construction team provides a full complement of construction services and state-of-the-art delivery methods customized to fit your needs and budget. They're Arizona's longest tenured family-owned and operated civil contractor and proudly serving the Verde Valley since 1991. Tiffany Construction, knowledge and experience to bring your project to reality.
7-7 is our score here with 5:38 to go in the first quarter. Mingus Union Marauders homecoming might be a tough battle against the Arcadia Titans as they march down the field and score. It was Rocco Mortensen to the receiver Brady Forst for a 60-yard dart touchdown. And that man right there, Isaac De La Cruz on your screen, able to punch in the PAT. So 7-7 goes our scores. The Marauders will try on offense here. De La Cruz let it take a hop around the 15. Alvarez will pick it up and see if he can make something out of nothing here. Alvarez got some room to run on the left side. Still going now. Alvarez now on the right side. Angelo Alvarez past the 50, past the 45, 35, 30, 20, 25, 15, 10. I'm not even sure where we're at. Touchdown Marauders. Angelo Alvarez, I told him before the game, you're at home. Let's see some fireworks. And there you go. A kickoff return for a touchdown.
Oh, man. Welcome to Chest Bump City. Glassman and Wharf out there just initiated Chest Bump City. Oh, boy. That's great here at home. Angelo Alvarez, you can't get to him.
Wow.
He's phenomenal. Nice job, young man.
Speed he is as Alvarez gets into the end zone. 13-7, a quick score from the Marauders. And initially that ball bounced in front of Angelo. He had to kind of recover it and was able to get enough time to get some blockers on the left side, cut back to the middle of the field, head right down the sideline on the Marauder side, and get into the end zone. Marcus Bueno, PAT is up, and it is good. No good, excuse me. So our score will remain 13-7 with 5:21 to go here. Stay with us. Excitement all around.
I'm Chris.
And I'm Tandy, owners of Taylor Waste.
We're homegrown in the Verde Valley and nearly your last local choice.
We want to be your first choice for residential and small business garbage service.
Get a free month service when you make the switch to Taylor Waste.
And enjoy monthly service as low as $16 per month.
Visit TaylorWaste.com for more information.
Or to start service, call Taylor Waste at 649-2662.
Taylor Waste, service tailored to your needs.
Marcus Bueno sends it downfield. Ball recovered around the 20-yard line and brought down around the 28-yard line of Arcadia. So a kickoff return touchdown for Angelo Alvarez gives the Marauders their lead back 13-7 on our Larry Green Chevrolet scoreboard. 5:13 to go in the first quarter. And Nick, that's what you want to see from Angelo Alvarez. Continues his trend of scoring touchdowns on the kickoffs and doing it here in front of the home crowd. Ask for fireworks and you will get it.
He's so dangerous. And there's nobody who loves that more than Zach Harrison, who doesn't even have to come out for offense, and Marauders can put up a touchdown.
1st and 10, ball on the Arcadia 29. Mortensen in the backfield along with Blanks, the running back. He's going to take the snap. He's going to hand it off. There's that counter again. That's a handoff to number 19. That's Alex Alba. And Alba's dropped around the 30. Not much of a gain, if anything, on that run, on that counter run. But I was going to say earlier, Nick, when Arcadia ran that play early on, is Mingus is going to have to watch the counter regarding, of course, Mortensen hanging on to the ball instead of handing it off. So, you know, you don't want a situation where you've got most of the field on one side of the ball while you've got your running back on the outside, if that makes any sense.
And they're trying to set it up because really they've had not the greatest passing plays, but then all of a sudden a 60-yard touchdown dart. So, I mean, you got to be careful. You got to watch that run game. The other run by Rice was the first run of the game, and it went for 14, 15 yards.
2nd and 10, again on the Arcadia 29. Mortensen going to drop back to pass. Right side, it is incomplete. Marauders right there to shut it down if it had been completed, but it does go through the hands of Blanks on a little bit of a high throw to the running back. So it'll bring up 3rd and 10, but I'll tell you what, while the connection wasn't there on that pass, we've seen Mortensen connect with his receivers before. The kid's got an arm.
No, and if you can play the game like we just saw Anthony Rodriguez, number 30 for the Marauders, I mean, that touched the Arcadia Titans wide receiver's hands, and Anthony just laid into him.
Right there.
I mean, laid right into him. So even if he can hang on to that, he might not be able to take that to the ground without dropping it. That's a nice job by Anthony, laying a lick out there.
3rd and 10 on the Arcadia 29, looking for a stop here. Mortensen operating in the backfield. 2 wide receivers on both ends. Mortensen takes the snap, dropping back to pass, looking left. He's going to go right again over the middle of the field. It's completed. Brought down at the 50-yard line, but not before it was completed to Lucas Rice for a 1st down. Another great pass from Mortensen.
Yeah, Mortensen's getting him in chunk plays. Marauders got to be careful with that. These are big chunk plays that the Titans are getting.
See on your replay there, Mortensen, much like the pass to Forrest, was real quick, very fast in terms of velocity, and gets right into the hands of his intended receiver for a 1st down. So the ball will be on the 50-yard line. The football is placed on the Arcadia side of the 50-yard line. So we'll see how they do on 1st and 10, converting on that long 3rd down. Mortensen again operating in the backfield with trips right. Mortensen takes the snap, dropping back to pass. Nope, he's going to hand it off to his running back, and his running back's going to get stopped right at the line. That's Blanks again. No gain on that run. Maybe about 1, so it'll bring up 2nd and 9 on the Marauder 49.
And tag team out there, Isaiah Latham, Calvin Miller on the tackle. Nice job, the defensive lineman just shutting it down early, not letting Blanks get anywhere.
So to bring up 2nd and 9 with 3 minutes to go in the first quarter. Mingus Marauders leading 13-7 on our Larry Green Chevrolet scoreboard. Mortensen operating in the backfield again. Blanks lined up alongside him. Man in motion. Mortensen takes the snap, dropping back to pass again. Quick pass over the middle is completed to Price. Price cuts back, still on his feet. Now getting past the 20. Price getting all the way to the 10. He's brought down at the 5. Touchdown saving tackle by Grijalva. But another completed pass from Mortensen to Lucas Rice,
Boy, and just another massive chunk play. And that's dangerous. We're going to see Rice like that all night. Mortensen finding a groove with his receivers. Rice makes such a nice move at the end of that play. If you got to see the replay, Rice is going to the right side of the field and just makes one simple cut. And he tricks all the Marauders in that backfield and almost gets into the end zone.
So it'll be 1st and goal for the Arcadia Titans on their own 6. Mortensen looking to get the Arcadia lead. Mortensen takes the snap. He's going to run it left side. Marauders trying to shut him down. Mortensen stopped just shy of the goal line, about 2 yards short on that quarterback run. Designed run on the carry there, getting close to under a minute here. And Arcadia knocking at the door of Mingus Union. This is a play I was talking about, those counter plays where Mortensen's going to hang on to the ball, and actually it was a direct snap to Spencer Hoos, who is the backup quarterback. So Hoos just shy of the goal line on that run.
Almost like a wildcat out there.
Yeah, almost. So this time it is Mortensen. Or no, that's Hoos again. So Spencer Hoos in at quarterback. Alongside him is Blanks. Hoos takes the snap. Quick pass, he's going to pull it back in. Hoos trying to get into the end zone, he will. Arcadia responds and ties things up here 13-13 with 1:22 to go on that design run. The quarterback, Spencer Hoos, getting into the end zone.
And boy, Arcadia does a very, very nice job of executing that play. Hoos does a nice job of looking off the defense. Selling that pass for just a split second really opens it up, and he's able to just kind of barrel right into the end zone.
Isaac De La Cruz in for the point after, trying to give Arcadia their first lead of the night. Kick is up, and it is through the uprights, and Arcadia will take a 1-point lead, 14-13. 1:22 to go here in the first quarter. A lot of football left at the Cave at Mingus Union High School. Stay with us here on KYBC and Verde Valley TV.
Yavapai College has 6 campuses and centers in Sedona, the Prescott area, and the Verde Valley. With more than 100 degree and certificate programs, YC has what you need to jumpstart your academic journey. Our athletics teams are some of the best in the nation, and we have plenty of student-led clubs, organizations, and activities. Our full-time student discount makes YC the most affordable option in Arizona for a full-time student. Learn more today at yc.edu.
The Marauders Spirit Line getting the home fans fired up. Here our score, Arcadia Titans 14, Mingus Union Marauders 13 here. 1:22 to go in the first quarter. Philip Catalfamo alongside Nicky Yatsinko. Isaac De La Cruz will kick it away to the awaiting Angelo Alvarez. And Angelo able to return it for a touchdown the last time he got this opportunity. We'll see if De La Cruz kicks it away from Angelo Alvarez as we get things going here in the first quarter. De La Cruz will kick it away from Angelo Alvarez and make him track it all the way down and into the end zone for a touchback. So Marauders will start on the 20-yard line, but this will give Zach Harrison an opportunity to, get something going here offensively.
That's going to be the 80-yard field, but when you have someone like Alvarez back there, you're either going to get the touchbacks or they're going to start to kick it out of bounds and just take it at the 40, because how dangerous is he to kick the ball to?
Yeah, very dangerous.
Coach is on the sidelines like, hey, keep it away from that kid.
Well, we saw the same thing happen against Alhambra, I believe, where they were kicking the ball away from Angelo, trying to pin the Marauders deep. Same with Bradshaw as well.
was squibbing it.
Yeah, Bradshaw was squibbing it for sure. Harrison's going to operate under center. Again, ball spotted on the Marauder 20. Harrison's going to drop back to pass, flushed out of the pocket, rolling right. Harrison going to have to take it himself, cuts back, still on his feet. He'll get dropped down around the 25-yard line. Harrison gets up, and they're going to say he stepped out around the 21. As we'll take a look at that play again. Harrison, you can see flushed out of the pocket, running to his right, and then gets brought down around the 21. So a loss of a yard there on that run by Harrison.
A lot of scrambling out there. You got to be careful as a quarterback. A lot of scrambling just to get 1 yard.
Harrison under center, man in the backfield. That's Alvarez. Ramirez also there as well. Harrison takes the snap, hands it off to the left side. Angelo Alvarez drops his shoulder, able to get a good little run there, about 5-6 yards on that handoff. And it'll bring up 3rd down, and the Marauders closer to a 1st down as we get close to under a minute here in the first quarter.
And Alvarez delivering the hit, says he's not going to get taken down lightly. Isaiah Latham upfield, making a block in the secondary there. Those linemen do such a great job of getting upfield.
48 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Arcadia leading 14-13 on our Larry Green Chevrolet scoreboard. Harrison operating under center. Alvarez in the backfield along with Kyle Ramirez. Harrison takes the snap. He's going to hand it off to the left side. Angelo Alvarez brought down. Ball is loose, but they called him down before. Unable to get the 1st down, so that'll bring up 4th down. We'll see what Coach Montsabayez has in store for Arcadia as the Marauders' first 4th down opportunity here.
Boy, that was a big hit there. Alvarez kind of went airborne on that one. And that's Frankie Leon for the Titans. It's a big hit. You're going to have to do that if you want to slow down such a fast running back like Alvarez, but boy, he's not going to get shaken up lightly.
It is 4th and 2 here as the buzzer will draw down to a close here at the first quarter. We'll pick it up in the 4th with a fresh 12 on the clock. It is the second quarter here at Mingus Union High School. Arcadia leading 14-13. Marauders will start on their own 28, 4th and 2 when we come back.
The Suzy Q Market is the most convenient stop for road trips with 1,500 beverage selections and plenty of snacks. And save on fuel with the Marathon Make It Count reward program. The Suzy Q drive-thru window is the most convenient way to stop for those essentials on the way home.
Road trips start here with something for everyone.
At Suzy Q.
Shop local first, always.
Go Marauders!
2 things we can count on every year:
a new set of tax rules and great weather here in northern Arizona.
Jackson Hewitt Tax Service, locally owned and operated by Lewis Rice since 1997, is here for you all year long.
Your neighborhood Jackson Hewitt Tax Office will help you in all of your taxing situations.
Electronic filing is always free with your tax preparation at Jackson Hewitt Tax Service.
Get more in return. Call 1-800-234-1040 for an office near you.
Get brought down behind the line. Arcadia gets the turnover. They'll start on the Marauder 20. A great stop to start the second quarter for the Arcadia Titans. A huge stop on the counter run. Jacob Zekalaski able to get the tackle.
Yeah,
turnover.
Nice job, Jacob. That is such a clutch play. Marauders tried to deceive the Titans a little bit, but they were having none of it. They knew exactly what was coming. Well executed by the Titans, and boy, they set themselves up really nice offensively. For those of you watching on VVTV, you get to take a look here. Yeah, what a great job Jacob does. He doesn't even stop. He just keeps going and makes a great tackle there.
That's John Coulter, on the tackle. That was John Coulter, number 23. I thought I saw 73. But anyway, Arcadia starting on the Marauder 20. Mortensen looking to give Arcadia a 2-touchdown lead. He takes the snap, dropping back to pass. Pressure coming. Mortensen over the middle. It is incomplete.
And that's great job on coverage by Worf. Worf was on him the entire time, and nowhere to go for Mortensen. You're going to have to shake him off because he's had, out of his last 4 passes, 3 of them are massive chunk plays. So nice job, Worf, on that one.
So it'll bring up 2nd and 10. Ball spotted on the Arcadia 22. That pass intended for Blanks over the middle, incomplete. But this could be an opportunity here, Nick, for the Marauders to do exactly what you said and score on defense. Mortensen's been passing a lot, and some of the passes have been looked great, but unfortunately, of course, he's still a sophomore quarterback. A few of them are going high, so it could be an opportunity for the Marauders. Mortensen, quick pass to the right side is completed. Running back, unfortunately, trips and falls down at the Arcadia 25. So a loss of 2 on that intended pass. That one intended for Isabel, the running back. And it'll be a loss of about 3. So 3rd and 13 here. Marauders could look at, hey, Nick, I'll say this. If the Marauders can force a field goal from Arcadia here, of course, outside of a turnover, that'd be a big win for the Marauder defense.
Right. Right, and that would definitely carry a lot of momentum in for the offense to shake that fourth down turnover. They just had to, shake that away.
Mortensen again operating in the shotgun formation. 3rd down and 13. Mortensen takes the snap. He's going to drop back to pass. Pressure coming in quickly. Pass to the right side is completed, and it'll be enough for the first down and a little bit more. Brought down around the 10-yard line.
Boy, and what looked like was going to be nothing, almost a loss. You see on your replay there, great pressure by the interior defensive line, and Mortensen makes a play out of nothing. Nice job by the young quarterback.
That pass completed to the receiver, number 36, and of course brought down around the Marauder 10 now. So now 1st and 10, Arcadia knocking on the door of Mingus Union. 10 minutes and 30 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Second quarter, Mortensen in the shotgun formation again, 1st and 10. He's going to take the snap. It's a little high. He's going to have to hang on to it. Ball is loose, but Mortensen smartly falls on top of it. It'll be a loss of yards. Put the Arcadia Titans around the Marauder 16. So maybe a little bit of a sigh of relief for the Marauders here.
Yeah, most certainly. Nice job. Zunich was right there. Almost quick enough to jump on that ball, but smart play by the sophomore quarterback Mortensen. Just fall on it. Live to see another play.
Now it'll be 2nd and 16 here. 9 minutes and 50 seconds to go in the second quarter.
We're seeing the quarterback duo out here tonight, Philip.
Yeah, Mortensen and Hoos. And it'll be a timeout on the side of Arcadia. We'll take one as well. 9 minutes, 35 seconds left here in the second quarter. 2nd and 16 for Arcadia when we come back.
You're going to love the new interactive website from Roxu Screen Printers. Now you can create your custom t-shirt design online. Simply choose a t-shirt or hat style, easily upload your logo, or create the perfect design. Workwear, tees, uniforms, polos, and caps, and let's not forget those special occasion tees, all designed online by you. Go to ROKZOO.com, Roxu Screen Printing in Cottonwood, where clothing comes to rock. 24/7 at the all-new Roxu.com.
Marauders back on the field here, 2nd and 16 for Arcadia. 9 minutes and 35 seconds left here in the second quarter. Mortensen for Arcadia, trying to get the Titans into the end zone. Mortensen takes the snap, dropping back to pass, going to go to the left side. It is completed and into the end zone. Another passing touchdown for the sophomore quarterback, puts Arcadia up by a little bit more.
Boy, and what a throw there, Mortensen. That combo that they have, Hoos and Mortensen, is just dangerous. Hoos is the quarterback for the Titans that can just take off and run right upfield with it, find a good hole, and Mortensen has delivered some really nice footballs tonight for his wide receivers.
Arcadia looking to make it a 21-13 game here with 9 minutes and 27 seconds left to go. And we'll see if they can do just that. Ball is snapped, kick is up, almost blocked, but it will go through. And that'll do it. 21-13 for Arcadia. 9 minutes, 27 seconds to go here in the second quarter. Mingus Union looking to respond before we head to halftime. Stay with us here on Verde Valley TV and KYBC.
You're going to love the new interactive website from Roxu Screen Printers. Now you can create your custom t-shirt design online. Simply choose a t-shirt or hat style, easily upload your logo, or create the perfect design. Workwear, tees, uniforms, polos, and caps, and let's not forget those special occasion tees, all designed online by you. Go to ROKZOO.com, Roxu Screen Printing in Cottonwood, where clothing comes to rock. 24/7 at the all-new Roxu.com.
Angelo Alvarez awaiting the kick return from Isaac De La Cruz of Arcadia High School. Philip Catalfamo alongside Nick Yatsinko. 9 minutes, 27 seconds left here in the second quarter. De La Cruz will send it away, and Alvarez will have to chase it around the 10. He'll pick it up off the hop, going past the 15, now going past the 20, and he will get brought down at the 18.
Boy, a lot of Arcadia Titans in there on the end of that play, and that's definitely because Alvarez does not go down easy. You can see the shoulder pads, the jersey under the shoulder pads, and that's because it takes a lot to take that young man down.
So Alvarez gets brought down around the, wait for the final spot of the ball here, but 1st and 10 for the Mingus Union Marauders.
Long field.
Yeah, definitely a long field. Ball spotted on the Marauder 20. Trying to get into the end zone. Haven't scored since that kickoff return from Angelo Alvarez later in the first quarter. Harrison again operating in the backfield here. Kyle Ramirez lined up alongside him. Harrison takes the snap, dropping back to pass. Harrison over the middle, incomplete. Pass intended for Kyle Ramirez as that one goes incomplete. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Boy, just a laser by Harrison.
Yeah.
Plenty of time, and that offensive line's giving him there, so he's in the pocket. He looked comfortable. Just delivered an absolute rifle there. I don't know that Ramirez is quite ready for that one.
9 minutes, 11 seconds to go here in the second quarter. Again, ball on the Marauder 20. 2nd and 10. Harrison operating under center. Harrison takes the snap. Rolling out to pass. Pressure coming. Harrison flushed out of the pocket. Going to throw across his body to Freddie Jimenez. Jimenez gets in for the first down.
A great catch by Jimenez right on the edge of the field. Arcadia almost again out of bounds there. That's close. It's a close one. Jimenez was falling out. The Titans do a good job of making sure he stays out.
Well, a great catch there by Freddie Jimenez, and Zach Harrison throwing across his body a little bullet pass to Freddie Jimenez near the sideline. So it'll bring up 1st and 10 on the Marauder 30 as Harrison will look to keep the Marauders going here. Keep this drive going and get into the end zone. Harrison takes the snap, hands it off right side. That's Kyle Ramirez. Ramirez getting some blocks ahead. Ramirez cuts back, trying to fight his way for a few extra yards. He'll get brought down close to the first down, maybe about 2 yards short. 8-yard run for Kyle Ramirez on the right side. There is an Arcadia player down. And here comes the Arcadia training staff. We'll get you the player ID here in just a little bit.
Love that run by Ramirez. Kyle, get you some. He was not going to go down after 1st and 2nd contact. That took 3 or 4 to take him down.
Well, that's what you want to see from Kyle Ramirez, Makai Arnado, and, of course, Angelo Alvarez. We saw it all last season with Drew Meyer. And the big question, of course, coming into this year was who is going to be the go-to running back for the Mingus Union Marauders. And it seems, of course, the majority of the carries are going to Angelo Alvarez, but you've got Kyle Ramirez as a great counterback. You've got Makai Arnado more of a power back, and Coach Monsabayas and Coach Anguiano both have a lot of options when it comes to the run game, not to include, of course, the quarterback, Zach Harrison, who can also run.
It's awesome when you have that many weapons. And on the flip side of it, Arcadia we've seen tonight using a couple quarterbacks in and out. So really tough to defend that. Like we were talking during the break, we didn't even see the quarterback swap of Arcadia. And that's, you got to think, man, as a defense, because they're going a little bit high tempo, that last score that they scored on. And boy, you wonder, is the defense even, they got to pay attention to that key, because that's great. And just like the point you made, man, if we can have different weapons carrying that football, Ramirez just did an outstanding job of getting upfield, looks like about 8 yards. That's a phenomenal job, because then you give it right back to Alvarez.
Well, it's going to bring up 2nd and 2 here, and of course the game plan, hopefully again, our Arcadia players still on the field, getting stretched out, hoping maybe it's just a cramp. It's obviously not as hot here in Cottonwood as it is down in the Phoenix area. However, of course, the entire state of Arizona slowly transitioning into the winter season, so it won't be too hot here in general, but you hope it's just cramps. And that this player will get up shortly, and he is making his way back to his feet. We'll get you the number here. I believe that is 21, and that'd be Caden Carr. So Caden Carr is up on his feet, making his way off on his own power, sort of favoring that right leg, but I'm sure we'll see Caden back on the field for Arcadia. So get you the update on here. Now we'll go back to the field. 8 minutes, 48 seconds to go here in the second quarter. 2nd and 2 for the Marauders on their own 38. 21-13 Arcadia leading on our Larry Green Chevrolet scoreboard. And we'll see what Coach Monsabayas has in store on 2nd and short here. Harrison operating under center. Harrison waiting to take the snap. He will. He's going to hand it off left side. Angelo Alvarez got some room to run on the left side. Cuts back for the first down and gets brought down around the 45-yard line. Another good run by the senior running back.
Yeah, absolutely. Great cutback Alvarez made there. You know where the first down marker is. You have to get there. He knows he was about to get tackled right at the marker, and he just makes one little tiny cut, and he gets another yard or two out of it.
So Alvarez able to pick up the first down for the Marauders. Ball will be spotted on the Marauder 45-yard line. 1st and 10. We're going to take a break. Timeout on the field. 8:25 to go here in the second quarter. Stay with us on Verde Valley TV and KYBC.
Choose the region's most comprehensive heart program. Choose care close to home. Choose world-class surgeons. Choose Northern Arizona Healthcare.
Choose precision. Choose innovation. Choose robotic-assisted knee and hip replacement. Choose Northern Arizona Healthcare.
1st and 10 for the Mingus Union Marauders. Another player for Arcadia getting helped off the field. That is number 23, John Coulter. So Carr and Coulter making their way off the field for Arcadia. Philip Catalfamo alongside Nick Yatsinko. Again, 1st and 10 for the Marauders on offense. Ball spotted on the Marauder 44. 8:20 to go in the second quarter. Harrison operating under center. Harrison waiting to take the snap. He does. He's going to roll out to his right. Harrison, a lot of room to run on the right side. He's going to pass it right to Freddie Jimenez. The connection's been great all night. Freddie Jimenez picks up the first down, gets brought down around the 30. Another first down for the Marauders.
Yeah, gotta love the connection between Harrison and Jimenez tonight. And boy, look at the time that offensive line gives Harrison. Miller pulls out in front of Harrison, and he don't even have anybody to block. They're out there all alone. You see Esteban right there on your screen too. Nice job by that wide receiver core to just find an open lane.
So the ball will be spotted now on the Arcadia 29. Marauders trying to score before halftime. Of course, they will get the ball at halftime. Harrison operating under center, 1st and 10. Harrison takes the snap, hands it off left side. That's going to be Angelo Alvarez again. Alvarez brought down. Good little run there from the senior running back as Alvarez is brought down around the Arcadia 24. So gain of about 5 on that run.
And that's a tough 5. He's going to get spun around during that one as well. And he's going to take a play off right there. All right, Coach, let me take a breather here.
Yeah. Well, you're going to want Angelo for the second half of the game, of course. Alvarez, like we mentioned, being sort of the main back here for the Mingus Union Marauders. Of course, this time Harrison under center with Arnado and Ramirez. They're going to hand it off, inside handoff to Makai. Arnado gets the first down, brought down around the Arcadia 10. Marauders now knocking on the door of the Titans.
Man, that is such a nice run by Arnado. Wow, able to he takes that handoff and he bursts through the hole so fast. And he's trying to swim moves around linebackers out there. Great job. He's by the defense before they even try to tackle him.
So Arnado able to pick up the first down. It'll bring up 1st and 10 on the Arcadia 13. 6:40 to go here in the second quarter. Arcadia leading 21-13 on our Larry Green Chevrolet scoreboard. I want to thank a few other sponsors here, All Price Insurance, Taylor Waste, and Yavapai College for sponsoring aspects of the broadcast here. 6:30 to go. Harrison operating under center. Harrison takes the snap. Going to keep it. Roll out to his left. Quarterback boot. Harrison trying to get into the end zone. He will get brought down right at the line of scrimmage, so maybe a small gain of about 1 or 2 on that run from Harrison. I know I said right near the line of scrimmage. My angle's a little bad, but now it's been adjusted. So a 3-yard run from Zach Harrison. Ball around the Arcadia 10, and it'll bring up 2nd down and, well, a 2nd and goal for Mingus Union.
Essentially here.
Yeah.
A nice job by the Titans on that play. They really didn't bite on any play action. Stayed home, stayed honest, able to bring Harrison down.
2nd and 7 for the Marauders here on the Arcadia 10. 5:56 to go. Harrison operating under center, flips it right. Angelo Alvarez got some room to run, trying to get to the edge. Alvarez sheds off a blocker and will get dropped around out of bounds around the 5-yard line. Not enough for the first down, as the first down is the goal line at this aspect. So Alvarez right near the goal line here, maybe just a few yards short. So we'll see what the Marauders do as they look to get into the end zone before we head to halftime and then try to reclaim this lead when they get their opportunity on offense.
Alvarez averaging just under 5 yards. a carry, and that's kind of rare. We've seen a lot of chunk plays from him, but tonight, not yet.
5:13 to go here in the second quarter. 3rd and 2 for the Mingus Union Marauders, looking to get into the end zone here. Harrison, and might have a false start on the outside for the Mingus Union Marauders. So that's going to back up Mingus Union about 5 and make this right where they started. 3rd and 7 now, as that'll change the game plan for Coach Brown and Coach Monsabayez.
Man, that one hurts. That one hurts, but you're all fired up on that offensive line. You know, I can understand the jumping. I've been a center myself. I used to fake snap it and get myself in a lot of trouble. And those heat of the moment, you're at the cave, first game at home, you're trying to score, you're down, you know, and all of a sudden you got a fake snap and, oh, oopsies.
Harrison under center, going to flip it to the left. That's going to be Austin Wharf on the run. Wharf trying to get to the outside. He'll get brought down at the 10, so that'll bring up 4th down. So we'll see what the Marauders do here. They've got a good leg in Marcus Bueno, but we know the Marauders are not shy about going for it. And, well, of course, if they don't convert it, Arcadia will have probably about 3:50, maybe 3:30 before we head to halftime. So we'll see what the Marauders do. Marcus Bueno doesn't look like he's out on the field yet. Oh, yes, he is. So Marcus Bueno will line up for the field goal. It'll be a timeout on Arcadia. We'll take one as well. 4:05 to go in the second quarter. 4th and 6. Marcus Bueno looking to stay perfect on field goal opportunities.
People often refer to Larry Green Chevrolet as the people place. Keeping that reputation is a priority in the community and with every customer that comes through the door. Larry Green Chevrolet, we're better and we'll prove it. If you're in the market for a new or pre-owned car, truck, van, or SUV, you'll find our selection extensive and the sales team professional and courteous. Visit Larry Green Chevrolet just off Highway 260 next to Walmart or LarryGreenChevrolet.com.
4 minutes and 5 seconds left here in the second quarter. Philip Catalfamo alongside Nick Yatsinko. I want to welcome you back here to Verde Valley TV and KYBC. 21-13 our score. Arcadia leading the Mingus Union Marauders on the Larry Green Chevrolet scoreboard. Marcus Bueno lining up for his second field goal opportunity of the season. Let's see if he can get it in for the home fans here. Ball is snapped. Kick is up. Bueno is 2 for 2 on field goal opportunities. That'll cut the deficit 16-21 here in the second quarter. 4 minutes to go. Stay with us. Mingus Union will look to get a stop on defense.
Starting in the late 1920s, Grandpa Gettle and his brothers laid the groundwork for what would become a family legacy. Almost 100 years and 100 patents later, Gettle's High Desert Mechanical continues to raise the bar of quality heating, cooling, and plumbing products and services in the Verde Valley.
Call Gettle's High Desert Mechanical Heating, Air Conditioning, and Plumbing at 567-2200 or online at GettlesHDM.com, providing solutions for your comfort. Don't settle, get Gettles, and go Marauders!
Arcadia returns it around the 30-yard line. And a good little return there for Arcadia as they look to get into the end zone and extend their lead. 21-16 our current score. Arcadia up against the home team, the Mingus Union Marauders. 3:50 to go in the second quarter, 1st and 10. And Nick, we'll see what Arcadia has in store for the Marauders here.
Yeah, and they kickoff return did a nice job getting them past the 30, so they got a little bit of a shorter field to go. But 3 minutes, 50 seconds also leaves the Marauders some time to try to get some more points if they can get a stop here.
Marauders looking for a stop here. Mortensen operating in the shotgun formation with trips right. 3:50 to go in the second quarter. Mortensen takes the snap. He's going to hand it off to his running back up the middle. Now going to the left side, got some room to run. Esteban Loretto able to tackle the running back. That's number 31. That's Quentin Isabel. He gets brought down around the 40. Not enough for the first down, but just gets Arcadia ever so closer.
Yeah, and you know Isabel is trying to run that clock, and he does a great job by staying in bounds there, and the refs are going to keep the clock running. It was a nice job by staying in bounds and keep that clock ticking.
3 minutes and 20 seconds to go in the second quarter. Arcadia here now, 2nd and 2 on their own 40. Mortensen operating in the shotgun formation. Waiting to take the snap, he will. Mortensen going to hand it off left side. That's going to be Isabel again. Isabel trying to get some room on the left side. Breaking free now. Isabel past the 40. He will stumble and fall at the Marauder 38-yard line. Another good run from Arcadia, quickly marching up the field.
And I'll tell you, Philip, that's because of that great passing game that Arcadia has established. All of a sudden, the lanes are starting to open up for Isabel. Young man does a nice job of getting to the right side. Just basically a power right sweep, and he's off to the races.
2 minutes and 40 seconds left here in the second quarter. Ball spotted on the Marauder 38. Arcadia still moving here on offense. Mortensen operating in the shotgun formation. Mortensen takes the snap, is going to hand it off left side. Isabel trying to get some room to run again. He will get a big gain on that run, about 8. Still on his feet, gets past the first down and gets brought down around the Marauder 25. The wrap-up job got to be better on the Marauder side of the defense.
Yeah, boy, is that going to ever give your offense some momentum. You can see that Arcadia Titans sidelines just absolutely fired up after that run. Isabel able to break a few tackles and muscle his way for the first.
2:17 now here, 1st and 10. Timeout on the side of Mingus. We'll take a break. When we come back, 1st and 10 for Arcadia.
Two things we can count on every year.
A new set of tax rules and great weather here in northern Arizona.
Jackson Hewitt Tax Service, locally owned and operated by Lewis Rice since 1997, is here for you all year long.
Your neighborhood Jackson Hewitt Tax Office will help you in all of your taxing situations.
Electronic filing is always free with your tax preparation at Jackson Hewitt Tax Service.
Get more in return. Call 1-800-234-1040 for an office near you.
21-16 here in the second quarter with 2:17 to go. Philip Catalfamo alongside Nick Yatsinko. Want to welcome you back here on Verde Valley TV and KYBC. Want to thank a few more of our sponsors before Arcadia continues their drive here. Roxu Screen Printers, Jackson Hewitt Rice Accounting, and of course Larry Green Chevrolet. Mortensen operating in the shotgun formation for Arcadia. Ball spotted on the Marauder 25. Handoff to the left side. That's Isabel. Isabel brought down at the line. Great stop by the Marauders. It'll bring up 2nd down. Good tackle there by Michael Zunich.
Called Zunich's name a few times tonight on tackles. It's a nice job, and way to not let Isabel get upfield, because boy, he's been the horse behind this drive for the Titans so far.
Yeah, Isabel doing a great job of extending plays. We saw one run earlier that resulted in a 1st down that continued the drive for Arcadia. He was just bouncing off defenders, looked like he was going to get brought down, then he was able to fight out of the pylon and go for a few extra yards. But again, ball spotted on the Marauder 25. It'll be 2nd and 10. 1:36 to go here in the second quarter. Mortensen dropping back to pass, looking again over the middle. It is tipped and intercepted. Michael Grijalva's got it. Grijalva cuts back around the 10. Grijalva still on his feet. Now past the 15 and falls down around the 20-yard line. That'll kill a drive for you. The Marauders will get an opportunity on offense before we head to the half.
Huge break for the Marauders. Outstanding job on the coverage. We got a hand on that one too. And boy, Grijalva does a nice job of getting back upfield and giving his offense a chance to put points up.
Now, a lot of credit as well to Mario Camacho, who initially tipped that intended pass for Arcadia, and Michael Grijalva able to come up with it. Like you said, Nick, cut back for a couple extra yards. Now the Marauders with an opportunity here on their own 20, 1st and 10, 1:20 to go here in the second quarter. Harrison takes the snap, rolling out to pass. A lot of room to run on the left side. Harrison's going to take it now, past the 20, cut pass around the 30, get in for the 1st down, did not go out of bounds, so the clock will keep going here, but a nice little scramble there from Zach Harrison, and a lot of credit, Nick, to the Marauder offensive line for giving Zach a lot of space to run.
Yeah, plenty of room, and that offensive line, it's originally a pass play, but they're able to set up, let Harrison take a look. He doesn't like what he sees, so he runs right upfield.
Well, there's a timeout on the field, but we'll stay here. Minute 09 to go in the second quarter. Nick, this is an opportunity here for the Marauders. Of course, they've still got a good chunk of the field to go, still on the Marauder side of the ball, as the ball is spotted on the Marauder 31. But this would be great for Mingus Union, even if it results in a field goal. Scoring here is going to help Mingus's momentum going into the second half.
Without a doubt, and especially if you can get a touchdown, you could potentially take the lead. Arcadia was just in a position where they almost barreled some more points on before halftime. All of a sudden, with a turnover that comes at the prime time for the Marauders, they have a very good chance here to take the lead.
Again, ball on the Marauder 31, 1st and 10. Harrison operating in the shotgun formation. 2 wide receivers on both ends. Harrison takes the snap, dropping back to pass. Harrison, pressure coming. He's going to have to scramble out of the pocket. Barely flips it to Angelo Alvarez, and Alvarez gets brought down, but Zach Harrison, great job of making something out of nothing on that play. 57 seconds. Mingus going to hustle to the line here. Second and a little bit here for the Marauders, about 2nd and 3. Harrison takes the snap. He's going to spike it to stop the clock. 48 seconds left.
Yeah, smart move. Like the veteran move there. And, he was coached up on that one.
Oh, yeah.
It's a well-done job there by the seniors, Zach Harrison.
And like you mentioned, great call on the coaching, on the side of the coaching staff for giving Harrison an opportunity here at another play before we head to half. Harrison again operating in the shotgun formation, running back alongside him, that's Alvarez. Harrison takes the snap, dropping back to pass, pressure coming. Harrison stepping up in the pocket, pressure collapses, and Harrison is brought down for a loss.
Boy, nice job by the Titans there.
And another timeout on the side of Mingus Union. That is their final timeout of the half, so now Marauders, if they want to march down the field, they either need a big play or somebody's going to have to run out of bounds to stop the clock. It'll be 4th down for the Marauders. Again, ball this time spotted on the Marauder 34.
Coaching staff for the Titans also participating in Chest Bump City. Kerry Baylor out there with the tackle on Harrison. Gets himself a sack for the game, and the coaches say, hey, let's get vertical.
Chest Bump City on both sides of the state and on both sides of these two respective teams.
Yeah, big 4th down here because you really got to be careful putting the ball in the air because you don't want to stop the clock.
Right. Well, that's the thing too, is does Mingus run the risk of, going through the air and having Arcadia start in a very good position with more than enough time to score, or do you just punt it downfield?
Yeah, big punt. Yeah,
and just go, all right,
punt.
let's head over to halftime, and we'll focus when we get the ball over there. So Harrison, shotgun formation, takes the snap, looking to pass. Harrison going to have to go up top. It is out of the hands of Joseph Freudenreich, and the answer is incomplete pass. And with 37 seconds left, Arcadia will get the turnover and start on the Marauder 34.
And boy, if you're an Arcadia Titan fan, that was your play right there. Exactly what you want. An incomplete pass is going to stop the clock. Turnover on downs. And now Arcadia right back just inside the 35-yard line.
Yeah, ball spotted on the Marauder 34, 1st and 10 with 37 seconds left. We've seen some big plays over the middle with Arcadia, so it really isn't going to be one of those things where they have to march down the field too difficulty or too difficultly, whatever. We've seen Arcadia make big plays real quick.
Oh yeah, they've had plays larger than the yards that they need to go in the end zone already.
It'll be Mortensen. Again, in the shotgun formation, Mortensen. And we're going to get a timeout, or excuse me, we're going to get delay a game on the side of Arcadia, so that'll push them back a little bit, helps out Mingus slightly. But like I said, Arcadia is such a big play team. I mean, we saw the receiving touchdown was 60 yards. It was a quick pass. They had a big running play early on. I mean, we'll talk about the scoring in just a little bit, but like I mentioned, I mean, this team is not afraid of a big play over the middle. So Mingus Union's defense going to have to really come up here.
Yeah, what another exciting game.
Yeah, really.
Another great game on the Marauders this season. Unfortunately, sitting at 2-3 right now. But boy, with just another minute on the clock or a couple points to spare, Marauders could have a totally different season.
Yeah.
Trying to stop the Titans from putting any more points on the board tonight.
So now this time we will have a timeout on the side of Arcadia. We got 37 seconds left in the second quarter, 1st and 15. Arcadia leading 21-16 here. We're going to stay on the field. But, what is life without risks, Nick?
Right.
And that pass to Joseph Freudenreich, which stopped the drive on the Marauders, is probably the definition of a somewhat risky play. But if the Marauders get a stop here, you can kind of brush that one off and go, all right, next time, maybe we'll do something a little different.
Right, and you got to play it smart. I mean, first and foremost is ball safety, and you got to have clock awareness. And you know that's what the coaching staff is out there telling them right now. You got 37 seconds. If you can keep them inbounds on a short gain or a completed catch, keep them inbounds, run that clock. They might try to get themselves just in the field goal range too.
Mortensen, and we know De La Cruz can definitely punch it in. Mortensen, shotgun formation, takes the snap. He's going to look to pass. Mortensen trying to air it out on the left side. He's got a receiver. It is completed and into the end zone. That one caught by Brady Forrest. Had one early for 60 yards. That one he gets in as well and puts Arcadia up even more.
It's a 42-yard bomb from Mortensen. That's an unbelievably executed play by the Titans. Boy, did they chalk that one up. You know what, Philip? That's a smart and wise timeout to take that they just took. They talked about that one over with the coaches in the huddle.
27-16 as Arcadia looks to extend their lead even further. With 29 seconds left here, Isaac De La Cruz in for the point after attempt. Ball snapped. Kick is up. Almost blocked, but does go in. De La Cruz stays perfect. 28-16 here. Mingus Union down 12. We'll be right back.
Two things we can count on every year.
A new set of tax rules and great weather here in northern Arizona.
Jackson Hewitt Tax Service, locally owned and operated by Lewis Rice since 1997, is here for you all year long.
Your neighborhood Jackson Hewitt Tax Office will help you in all of your taxing situations.
Electronic filing is always free with your tax preparation at Jackson Hewitt Tax Service.
Get more in return. Call 1-800-234-1040 for an office near you.
Well, Arcadia able to get into the end zone. We talked about those big plays, and, well, they happened. As Mortensen connects with Forrest again. Philip Catalfamo alongside Nick Yatsinko. 28-16 our score here. 29 seconds left in the first half. Mingus Union trying to get on the board before we head to halftime. Ball sent downfield. Alvarez returning it around the 10. Alvarez going past the 20 now, cuts back, looking for some space, getting past the 30. He'll get dropped around the 32. And so the Marauders, with 22 seconds left, of course, could still also have a big play and get into the end zone. We saw Angelo Alvarez break for big runs earlier this season. Freddie Jimenez has been a great connection for Zach Harrison tonight. Of course, 22 seconds left in the second quarter, Nick. It's going to make it kind of tight for the Marauders to get into the end zone before we head to halftime.
Yeah, ball protection here is key. Can't let Arcadia get, all they need is what we just saw, 18 seconds. That's all they need to find the end zone.
Harrison takes the snap, dropping back to pass. Harrison looking for something over the middle. It is incomplete, pass intended to Freddie Jimenez. It'll bring up 2nd and 10 with 18 seconds to go in the second quarter.
Yeah, you'll definitely take an incompletion here if you're Harrison. That's perfectly fine. You're going to stop the clock, give yourself another chance. We're probably going to see some tricky running routes for the wide receivers here, trying to throw the defense off so Zach can get some sort of a bomb downfield.
Harrison lined up alongside Arnado. Harrison takes the snap. It is low, but he picks it up. Harrison flushed out of the pocket right. Harrison trying to extend the play. Gets it completed to the right side. That is Freddie Jimenez, so he makes up for that. That was Freddie Jimenez around the 50. So it'll get onto the Arcadia side of the ball. 10 seconds to go. Freddie Jimenez smartly forced out of bounds. And now we'll see if the Marauders can, again, get into the end zone before we head to halftime. So it'll be on the Arcadia 49.
And what you'd like to see here is maybe about a 10-yard route and out of bounds immediately. Give yourself one more play.
Harrison takes the snap, dropping back to pass, looking left. Pressure coming in. There's a flag down. Harrison gets it away. It'll fall incomplete with about 5 seconds left. We'll see where that flag is and who it falls on. As the referees talk it over. Again, 5 seconds left. It's going to be holding on Mingus Union. That's going to bring them back up 5. So, and also intentional grounding. So double penalties for Mingus Union. That's going to back them up even further and make this 5-second, which will more than likely be the last play of this half, a little bit more difficult now with a first and very long, as the ball is now spotted on the Arcadia 37. Was initially around the on the Marauder 37, was initially around the Arcadia 49. So Harrison again, ball spotted, as Harrison will snap it and knee it. That'll do it, Nick. First half is done. A lot of scoring as Arcadia heads into halftime up 28-16. A lot to talk about here, Nick, but Mingus Union going to have to battle back in this one.
Yeah, defense is going to have to come in big time. It's, as I've said a few times, gut check time for defense coming up in the second half. We'll talk about it more in the halftime show coming up.
Again, you see on our Larry Green Chevrolet scoreboard, 28-16 our score. We will head into halftime. Mingus Union trying to get back in this one, down 12. We got to recap the first half, get you ready for the second half here on Verde Valley TV and KYBC. Don't go anywhere.
People often refer to Larry Green Chevrolet as the people place. Keeping that reputation is a priority in the community and with every customer that comes through the door. Larry Green Chevrolet, we're better and we'll prove it. If you're in the market for a new or pre-owned car, truck, van, or SUV, you'll find our selection extensive and the sales team professional and courteous. Visit Larry Green Chevrolet just off Highway 260 next to Walmart or LarryGreenChevrolet.com.
Starting in the late 1920s, Grandpa Gettle and his brothers laid the groundwork for what would become a family legacy. Almost 100 years and 100 patents later, Gettle's High Desert Mechanical continues to raise the bar of quality heating, cooling, and plumbing products and services in the Verde Valley.
Call Gettle's High Desert Mechanical Heating, Air Conditioning, and Plumbing at 567-2200 or online at GettlesHDM.com, providing solutions for your comfort. Don't settle. Get Gettles and go Marauders.
Choose the region's most comprehensive heart program. Choose care close to home. Choose world-class surgeons. Choose Northern Arizona Healthcare.
Choose precision. Choose innovation. Choose robotic-assisted knee and hip replacement. Choose Northern Arizona Healthcare.
All Price Insurance on Main Street in Cottonwood is your local insurance provider for personal and commercial insurance. Call and compare 23 insurance companies for home, health, auto, RV, motorcycle, boat, or ATV. Specialty insurance and insurance bonds are no problem at All Price Insurance. Call or visit All Price Insurance today.
You're going to love the new interactive website from Roxu Screen Printers. Now you can create your custom t-shirt design online. Simply choose a t-shirt or hat style, easily upload your logo, or create the perfect design. Workwear, tees, uniforms, polos, and caps, and let's not forget those special occasion tees, all designed online by you. Go to ROKZOO.com, Roxu Screen Printing in Cottonwood, where clothing comes to rock. 24/7 at the all-new Roxu.com.
Spirit Line getting these Mingus Union Marauder fans all fired up here at the Cave. It is homecoming for Mingus Union High School. Philip Catalfamo alongside Nick Yatsinko. I want to welcome you into the halftime show here at the Cave. As I mentioned, Spirit Line getting getting the home fans and hopefully the Marauder home team fired up for the second half. Nick, we saw a lot of scoring in this first half. 28-16 is how the first half ends, and I'm done saying first half. But Nick, an exciting first portion of this game.
Yeah, most definitely, and the Marauders have themselves a little bit of a hole to climb out of here. First game at home this season. We know how fired up they were before the game. Now it's really time to focus up, make some really good adjustments at halftime. You know, Coach Montebaez, Coach Anguiano, and JR down there really coaching these guys up. Arcadia did a phenomenal job of attacking Mingus through the air. we weren't sure what we were going to see. Coach Montebias gave us a little insight, said they were good running the ball and passing the ball. I would say we've seen a lot better passing, but then at the end of the half, they started to run the ball very well. So Marauders got some adjustments to make. Nonetheless, they're still pumped up. The way the half ended, not the Marauders' way. I mean, Arcadia got a score with under a minute left going into halftime, so that's going to give them some momentum coming back.
Well, you talk about the run game. You don't necessarily have to establish the run when you can do whatever you want through the air. And, well, of course, Mingus Union obviously getting the interception from Michael Grijalva. We'll talk about that. Mario Camacho doing a great job on the deflection there. My point more is just big plays. Arcadia has, when they've needed big plays, especially when they've been down, they've found them. We saw it early on. Mingus scored almost right away when the game started. Arcadia was able to march down the field and then get that big play from Mortensen to Forrest for the first scoring touchdown for them. And then, of course, Arcadia able to tack on another touchdown. And then now, before we even head to half, another play over the top, Mortensen to Forrest. And it's been the connection all night so far. You can see the Marauder mascot doing what I believe is called the stanky leg, which is the dance move that they are doing. And a lot of other stuff going on. But anyway, Nick, my point is big plays over the middle have to be the focal point for Mingus Union so far, at least in terms of slowing down Arcadia. You talked about the run game. Hasn't necessarily been established too much. They have had some big runs when they've needed them, but not as much as the big plays they've had over the air.
Right, and for the Marauders defensive backs, I would imagine some of the adjustments is going to be, hey, just hang back a little bit further. You know, wherever you're lined up, back up a few yards, because Forrest has burned us on two catches he's had going over 40 yards, and he scored on it. So he's been incredible so far, and Arcadia is finding a lot of success through the air. We, up here in the box, have gotten confused a few times on the quarterback duo that Arcadia has. They're bringing Who's in, running some sort of a wildcat out there, and they're executing very, very well. On the flip side of it, so are the Marauders. That offensive line for the Marauders has maintained their momentum. They've done a great job of giving Harrison some time. Arcadia's defensive backs have done a much better job of covering than we saw last week. Harrison was able to find some more open guys in this week so far, but that offensive line still doing a great job.
Well, let's talk about those Marauder offense so far. Of course, Zach Harrison doing a pretty solid job so far. No blemishes on the record for him as we take a look at his statistics. Harrison, able to get it done through the air, 7 for 10, 89 yards. No passing touchdowns for him yet. 4 carries, 8 yards on the ground. It's always nice to see Harrison sort of get out of trouble and utilize his legs. But like you said, Nick, the offensive line has given him a lot of time to throw and run.
Yeah, smart plays, and that's what we've seen from the senior all season long. Started to see those plays that he made last year as a junior. He just makes wise decisions, whether that's scrambling out and getting out of bounds or just trying to make something out of nothing. Now, if he's going to take off, I'd like to see him take off a little bit sooner, maybe, because he's got plenty of time back there. So he's got plenty of time to view the field. He's trying to find an open receiver, and boy, Jimenez has been his guy tonight. Jimenez has been the guy that he's connected with all night tonight. You can see there, 5 receptions, 78 yards. It's nice to see chemistry building between those two. You would imagine he's going to find Jimenez in the next half. But if he doesn't see anybody right off the bat, I'd like to see him take off a little bit sooner. But nonetheless, he's doing a good job with the time he's got back there.
Let's talk a little bit about the ground game for the Mingus Union Marauders. Angelo Alvarez doing it in a little bit of a different aspect for the Mingus Union Marauders. 7 carries, 34 yards on the ground. No rushing touchdowns for Angelo Alvarez. His only touchdown coming on a kickoff return touchdown. But Kyle Ramirez, a man we haven't called yet into the end zone, he's able to score on the ground for Mingus Union. And, of course, like I mentioned, Angelo getting the kickoff return for a touchdown as well. And then Marcus Bueno able to knock in another field goal. He's 2 for 2 so far on field goal opportunities. But, it'd be nice to see here in the second half the Marauders get that run game established and then open up the passing lanes. But you're right. Freddie Jimenez and Zach Harrison are starting to form a connection, and it's nice to see.
Yeah, in the rushing game, using your weapons like Ramirez and Alvarez, that's fantastic. Obviously, the Arcadia Titans held Alvarez to 34 yards this game. That's an incredible job by defense. A lot of credit to that coaching staff over at Arcadia for holding one of the Marauders' weapons to just 34 yards. You'd expect that Alvarez is going to come out very, very hungry. I know he scored on that kickoff return touchdown, but he's got to be hungry to get a score on offense. And Arcadia, they're over there talking about, hey, let's continue to shut them down.
Well, hopefully Mingus Union can do that and get their offense going, get their defense stopping. Mortensen and Horst, of course, one of the big things is going to have to be the secondary. Going to have to really shut it down here against those two gentlemen, the quarterback and the running back for Mingus Union High School. You can see it. They're up here at the cave, ready to go, getting fired up. Fans getting ready for the second half action at Mingus Union High School. Nick, let's reiterate our 3 keys to the game here and see if the Mingus Union Marauders have been able to hit them. Again, the 3 keys to the game brought to you by Reese's Tire and Automotive Tire Pros. Ride with confidence with Reese's Tire and Automotive Tire Pro. Locally owned, the Reese's Tire warranty provides coverage at over 50,000 locations nationwide with free tire rotation and repairs and free tire replacement up to 36 months or 36,000 miles. And Nick, we talked about taking advantage playing at home. I know the scoreboard may not say it, but I'll tell you what, the Marauder fans have definitely provided an atmosphere for the Mingus Union Marauders.
Yeah, great support. Absolutely great support by the home crowd. And yeah, you know that the butterflies, if you will, are already out. You're ready. You got to make your adjustments at halftime. First game here at the Cave. This is their very first time in the locker room here at home making those adjustments. So they should have the advantage there. Next, let's go to recover from injuries and another tough loss. You got to shake that off from last week. I think the Marauders have. They've come out. They've looked pretty good. They've executed well. The injuries, obviously you can't recover from that when you're not playing. We've seen Dirk Leck on the sidelines and Perkins, and those guys are going to heal up. Those are a couple of the Marauders' great weapons that they've used all season long, not playing tonight. But we've seen guys step up, like Ramirez and Jimenez, getting some more touches. So those guys are doing a good job and scoring well on defense. We already saw the interception. That was huge. Yeah. And Grivaldo's trying to take that back and get the score on defense. He said, I want to check that off, keys to the game. But he didn't. He did a good job cutting up field, getting about 20 yards. But that's a good start, getting that interception. Next goal for the defense is get that into the end zone. It'll totally change the game around.
You know, we talk about some of those big plays over the middle. We saw Mortensen, again, want to thank Reese's Tire Pros and Reese's Tire and Automotive Tire Pros sponsoring this aspect of the broadcast, reesetire.com to go check that out. But Nick, we talked a little bit about those big plays over the air and through the middle, of course, but how do you slow that down? Do we need more pressure on the quarterback? Do we need to maybe flip to more of a zone? I mean, what does Mingus Union have to do to sort of slow down the offensive through the air attack for Arcadia?
It's tough because it's like a double-edged sword, right? If you want your defensive backs to soften up a little bit so you don't let those big plays go, you also run the risk of the running game starting to open up. We've seen Isabel. Isabel had a couple of their very first drives, really didn't go anywhere, only had a couple yards. And then all of a sudden, after Arcadia established a good passing game, the lanes were opening up for Isabel. So really for the Marauders, maybe it's that linebacking core to have them spy a little bit more instead of playing a zone coverage, because like I just said, if you back up your DBs a little bit to protect yourself from the long plays, you run the risk of that running game from the Titans coming in. So again, kudos to the Titans and that coaching staff. They've done a great job of getting the lead on the Marauders here at home. And I'm excited to see the adjustments both coaching staffs will make.
We will see what adjustments these two coaching staffs make. Coach Brown on the side of Arcadia, Coach Monsabayas on the side of Mingus Union High School. We're getting the start real close here to second half action inside the Cave. Stay with us here on KYBC and Verde Valley TV.
All Price Insurance on Main Street in Cottonwood is your local insurance provider for personal and commercial insurance. Call and compare 23 insurance companies for home, health, auto, RV, motorcycle, boat, or ATV. Specialty insurance and insurance bonds are no problem at All Price Insurance. Call or visit All Price Insurance today.
Want to welcome you back here to the halftime show at Mingus Union High School. Philip Catalfamo alongside Nick Yatsinko. We are joined by a familiar face of the broadcast, Yancey DeVore, the athletic director here at Mingus Union High School. Yancey, we've talked about it since we had the early on discussion way at the beginning of the summer when the talks to fix the field were in talks, and I'll tell you what, it's beautiful.
It's fantastic. It looks great. It feels great. You guys need to get out there after the game and walk that thing. It's just really a nice field. So we're just ecstatic to provide this for our kids and our community.
You know, you and I talked a little bit about the truss that's out in front that the workshop class put together. We talked a little bit about that.
Yeah, the as far as how we got the field and how it came to fruition.
Well, the truss out in front.
Oh, the truss out in front.
Sorry,
oh, yeah, the bright field. Okay, sorry. Yeah, absolutely. So, yeah, this is bright field. That didn't change at all. And our welding shop built one. Our kids built a truss out in front, the archway coming into the main ticket booth area. Welcome to Bright Field. So we're still got that tradition and that community connection to Dr. Bright in our school here. So that wasn't going to go away. And I just think it's a really nice dedication piece to him and what he did for this school back in the day.
Let's talk about some of the changes we see on the field. Of course, on the sidelines, adding a little bit more red, adding a little bit more gray and white. You can see into the end zones. The red pops a little bit more. Just in terms of the design decisions, I mean, who's responsible for this gorgeous field?
Yeah, now going into this thing, we put a committee together. It included a football coach, a soccer coach, our track coach, and a PE teacher. So we wanted to get all the stakeholders that would be part of this beautiful field out here. And we got in a room and we hashed some things out, and there were some things we agreed on and some things we didn't agree on, and this is what we settled on for the most part. There's some minor changes to the thing as we got into some of the little details of how to put this thing together, but for the most part this came out of a committee. Yeah.
I got to say, you got to love the big M in the middle, but what caught my eye the most are the numbers. Of course, you've got the white 4 and then the sort of highlight with the red behind it. Really makes the entire field pop. It looks great, Yancey, but what's going on around campus so far?
Oh, around campus, I mean, our swimmers have been in the pool, you know, kicking it all year. We have golf going on, and they've been doing a fantastic job. And you know, we need to. And as far as cross country, they were at a meet today, and you know, volleyball, they've been working hard, and Coach Beck's got them going in the right direction. So, and we also have our play coming up that was mentioned at the beginning of the football game. So there's just some really cool things happening on our campus. Check us out. It's all on our website. It's on our calendar and stuff like that. We're gonna have one heck of a homecoming here in a few weeks. Don't miss it. You will not want to miss out. We're gonna do a grand opening for our new facilities here.
We are excited for that. October 29th will be the official homecoming for Mingus Union High School as they take on the Lee Williams Volunteers here at home. Yancey, we're gonna get second half football kicked off. I know you got to head back down to the field. Thank you very much for coming up here and talking to us about this field and giving us an update whenever we ask.
Glad to be here. Go Marauders.
Thank you, sir. All right, Yancey DeVore, athletic director for Mingus Union High School, a former coach of the football program, a coach track. He's a man who wears many, many hats here at Mingus Union High School, but we always appreciate Yancey coming up here, and even if it's just for a couple minutes like this, getting an update on the field. He's been great about just communicating with us and allowing us the opportunity to finally get back out on the field and get here in front of these home fans. I know he's been excited about this stadium. Nick, you and I are finally here. We get to see the stadium, all the fans here as well, as we get second half action kicked off. 28-16 our score. Mingus Union will start with the ball on offenses. Isaac De La Cruz kicks it off. Nick, you got anything to say before we head into the second half?
Yeah, big thanks to Yancey. The field looks phenomenal, and I've been fortunate enough to know Yancey most of my life now, and he coached me as a freshman football player. He was my head coach, so we've been fortunate enough to share a lot of moments together, and it's so nice to see him here, and the athletic director doing a great job here. The field looks phenomenal, and like we talked about before the game, how big were those smiles on the players and the coaches' faces being here on this new turf?
Well, you could just feel the energy. I mean, you still can hear inside of the cave. I know that the Marauders are not winning currently, but there's still a lot of people here on the side of Mingus Union. Of course, a lot of people on the side of Arcadia as well. Definitely want to shout out the Arcadia faithful for traveling with their team here tonight and making that visitor section feel heard. But the Mingus Marauder faithful are happy to get this team back in Cottonwood, especially after such a long road trip, starting in Thunderbird and ending at Bradshaw Mountain High School. But Nick, we're here. Second half action's getting kicked off. Again, Mingus Union down 28-16 as the third quarter gets kicked off. Angelo Alvarez awaits the return from Isaac De La Cruz. And, well, here we go.
He's hungry back there. He wants that ball.
Yep. De La Cruz will send it downfield, and Alvarez looking to return the ball around the 10-yard line. He'll take it on a hop. Alvarez past the 15, trying to get some room to run on the left. Alvarez cutting back now around the 30, getting past the 35, trying to barrel his way past the 40. He'll fall down around the 40-yard line. Big run from Angelo Alvarez. 1st and 10 for the Marauders on their own 40-yard line.
Man, how about the athleticism? For those of you following on Verde Valley Television, he runs right out of bounds, hops a bench, and joins the cheerleaders for a cheer real quick.
So the ball will be spotted on the Marauder 40. 11 minutes and 50 seconds to go here in the third quarter. 1st and 10 for the Mingus Union Marauders. 28-16. Harrison operating under center. Ramirez, Wharf, and Alvarez in the backfield. Now it'll just be Ramirez and Alvarez. Harrison takes the snap. He's going to roll out to pass. Harrison looking over the middle, left side, it's picked off. Past the 45, past the 35, 25, 20, 15, and brought down at the 10-yard line. An immediate interception for Arcadia. Carter Pruitt on the pick.
Boy, huge interception for Arcadia right out of halftime. Man, obviously those defensive adjustments were great for Arcadia. And just unfortunate. I mean, that's a close. Zach's trying to pinch it into a real tight window there. And boy, Arcadia stealing it from Jimenez.
Arcadia will have the ball on the Marauder 11, 1st and 10, with 11:39 to go here in the third quarter. An instant turnover for Arcadia.
Not only that, but he was able to lay a pretty big lick on Harrison as he took that ball and went downfield too.
Ball is snapped. It's going to be ran to the left side here. That's going to be Forced, and Forced will get into the end zone on the run. And actually, they're going to say he was stopped just shy of the end zone. But just to get you that caught up here, Hughes was the quarterback lined up. He took the snap and handed it off to Brady Forced, who got brought down around the 1-yard line. So it'll be 1st and goal here for the Arcadia Titans as they look to get up early. That'll be Hughes. Hughes takes the snap. Going to run it himself and get into the end zone for a touchdown. Arcadia extends their lead with 11:20 to go in the third quarter on that quarterback run by number 5, Spencer Hughes.
And that dangerous Wildcat. Again, we see the duo. Mortensen doesn't even have to come out. Hughes comes in and just kind of hands the ball off and a direct snap right into the end zone.
34-16 here as Isaac De La Cruz comes on to attempt the point after. De La Cruz been solid so far, and he will keep that streak. 35-16 goes our score. 11:27 to go. Marauders looking to respond here in the third quarter.
The Suzy Q Market is the most convenient stop for road trips with 1,500 beverage selections and plenty of snacks. And save on fuel with the Marathon Make It Count reward program. The Suzy Q drive-thru window is the most convenient way to stop for those essentials on the way home.
Road trips start here with something for everyone.
At Suzy Q.
Shop local first, always.
Go Marauders!
Isaac De La Cruz will kick it away to the awaiting Angelo Alvarez. 11:27 here in the third quarter. You can see on our Larry Green Chevrolet scoreboard, Arcadia taking a commanding lead, 35-16, scoring off the interception from Zach Harrison, as Alvarez again will take that one off a hop around the 10, trying to get the Marauders into good scoring position here, or excuse me, good field position, as Alvarez will cut back around the 30 and get brought down, same spot he was last time, around the 40-yard line. Another good run there from Angelo Alvarez.
I mean, you know you're going to get good field position when he gets the ball back there. I mean, I don't know that the Marauders have started behind the 20 when he catches a return. Incredible. Going to give Harrison a little bit of a shorter field, but boy, it's crucial here. The Marauders got to score. You got to score if you're the Marauders, and on the flip side of the ball, you're going to have to stop them and then score again.
Harrison operating under center. Man in backfield, that's Arnado. Harrison takes the snap. He's going to hand it off left side. Arnado trying to get a couple blocks, sheds a couple blockers and gets brought down. Good run there from Makai Arnado, gain of about 4. It'll bring up second down.
Yeah, nice job by Arnado, making a lot of guys miss. Somehow able to get positive yardage out of that. I'm pretty sure 2 Titans were wrapping them up in the backfield on that, and they still end up giving them 4 yards.
2nd and 6 here with 10:40 to go in the third quarter. Ball spotted on the Marauder 44. Harrison operating under center. 2 men in the backfield. Harrison takes the snap. He's going to hand it off right side. That's Kyle Ramirez. Ramirez gets a block ahead by Esteban Loreto, but Ramirez brought down, flagged down. So we'll see who that is on.
See, really wasn't any lineman out there, so you wonder if maybe that's going to be a face mask, and hey, the Marauders will take any break they can. And it's not. It's going to go on Mingus. So that's going to back him up.
So it'll be a penalty on Mingus Union High School.
Ouch.
As we wait the official call, it's going to be holding on the Marauders. And that's going to be tough. Back them up about 5. So we'll keep it here on second down, but it's going to be second and long for the Marauders here with 10:28 to go. And like you said, Nick, Marauders, maybe if they can burn some time off the clock, score, and then get a stop and score, you set up a little bit more pressure for Arcadia in the fourth quarter, but got a lot of room to make up here. It's going to be a handoff to the inside. That's going to be Alvarez. He's down. Flags are flying everywhere as, Kyle Ramirez on the run. He gets just a little bit on that run. Maybe right back at the line. We'll see who the penalties are on. And it's probably going to be on Arcadia, so we'll see how far forward that pushes Mingus Union. And it's going to push them up about 10. Yeah, it's going to be 15-yard penalty on the face mask call. That's going to get Mingus an automatic first down, so that's going to help them a lot in terms of their momentum, get them onto the Arcadia side of the field as the ball is spotted at the 50-yard line. And now Zach Harrison with an opportunity here, and Angelo Alvarez back in the game. Harrison operating in the shotgun formation, takes a snap, flips it left to Angelo Alvarez. Alvarez trying to stiff arm his way for a few extra yards. He gets brought down, gain of about 2 on that run.
Yeah, nice job there by Arcadia, making sure it's just a one-stop shop, not letting Alvarez get by anybody. Keeping him to a very minimal game, and that's what we saw in the first half. Arcadia did a great job of keeping Alvarez, under 40 yards in that first half, and so far the second half they're doing the same thing.
9:30 to go here in the third quarter. 2nd and 4 make that 2nd and long for Zach Harrison. Again, ball spotted on the Arcadia 49. Harrison checks downfield. He's going to roll out to his right. A lot of room to run. Harrison completes the pass to Alvarez. Alvarez picks up the first down and cuts back past the Arcadia 45, trying to get to the Arcadia 30. He'll get pushed forward. We'll see where he's called out. He is called out around the Arcadia 29. And Zach Harrison doing a great job of finding an open man for a completion. First down for the Marauders, and they're cooking a little bit here on offense.
Yeah, that's what Marauders have to do. Right there, a good execution. Harrison really doesn't see anybody. The Titans do a good job of coverage. And Alvarez, at his speed, he's able to find a little bit of an opening.
9 minutes to go here in the third quarter. 1st and 10 now for the Marauders. Ball spotted on the Arcadia 30. Harrison operating under center. Waiting to take the snap. He will. Harrison hands it off left side. That's Makai Arnado. Arnado gets a small gain on that run, maybe about 3. It'll bring up second down with 8:40 to go.
Yeah, just keeping the Titans honest with that rushing game. Arnado does a good job of getting a few yards out of that. At least 3 yards on the gain, and hey, if you can get 3 yards every play, you never have to punt the ball. So good job, Kai, on that run.
Getting close to 8:20 here in the third quarter. 2nd and 6. 35-16 our score on our Larry Green Chevrolet scoreboard. Do want to thank Tiffany Construction, Gettles High Desert Mechanical, Northern Arizona Healthcare, and Susie Q Market for sponsoring tonight's broadcast. Harrison operating under center, 2 men in the backfield. Harrison rolling out to his left. Quarterback boot may have got him this time. Harrison trying to get some room on the left side, trying to stay on his feet, steps out around the 10. Great run by Harrison. He'll get spotted out around the 15, but the quarterback boot works. First down, Marauders.
Boy, and Philip, we talked about that in the halftime show. I'd like to see Harrison use those feet a little more because he does such a good job of it. And there we go. A boot. Good job selling the handoff to Ramirez. Wide open on the left side.
So Harrison, great run. Picks up the first down. And the ball will be spotted on the Arcadia 15. 1st and 10. Marauders trying to get into the end zone here with 8 minutes to go. Harrison's going to hand it off right side. Makai Arnado cutting back ahead. Falls down around the 5. Good run there by Makai Arnado, the junior, operating in the Marauder offense.
Yeah, really like to see that run style by Makai. Very, very similar to Alvarez run style, where he's just, you can see the stiff arms and he's trying to swim move past anybody he can. Good job, Makai. Another great run.
Just downhill running.
Right. North and south.
Harrison operating under center again. Arnado and Ramirez in the backfield. Ball spotted on the Arcadia 8. Harrison takes the snap, hands it off left side. Kyle Ramirez, he's got one score already. Does he get it in the end zone? He does. Kyle Ramirez, 2 rushing touchdowns on the night, helps the Marauders offense as they get into the end zone with 7:20 to go here in the third.
And that's going to give the Marauders offense a lot of momentum. Going to get over to that sideline, say, all right, defense, let's go. Get us that ball back. Let us go back to work. It's a great drive by the Marauders.
Marcus Bueno trying to cut into this deficit a little bit more, trying to make it a 23-35 game with 7:20 to go. Harrison takes the snap. Kick is up, and it is good. Marcus Bueno cuts the deficit, 23-35, 7:20 to go here in the third. Stay with us. Marauders looking for a defensive stop.
Since 1925, Tiffany Construction has worked with developers and local and federal government to build, expand, and improve infrastructure, roads, drainage systems, and subdivisions. From concept to completion, the Tiffany Construction team provides a full complement of construction services and state-of-the-art delivery methods customized to fit your needs and budget. They're Arizona's longest tenured family-owned and operated civil contractor and proudly serving the Verde Valley since 1991. Tiffany Construction, knowledge and experience to bring your project to reality.
Antonio Green returns it for Arcadia. He's brought down around the the Arcadia 28. 7:13 to go here in the third quarter. Philip Catalfamo alongside Nick Yatsinko. And Nick, Kyle Ramirez. Haven't called his name too much tonight. Possibly could be our Verde Lee Market player of the game, perhaps.
He's trying, and boy, with just a handful of touches, he's got a couple touchdowns. Young man's having a great night. Give some credit to Keen Cook, who just made the tackle out there on the containment team.
So Arcadia starting on their own 28 here. Marauders looking for a stop. Mortensen takes the snap. He's going to hand it off up the middle. And that won't result in too much of a game, maybe about 2 or 3 on that run. Running back is number 26, that is Ben Blanks. So Blanks, small gain on that run. Does get Arcadia closer to the first down with 6:50 to go here in the third. It'll bring up second down. And you don't want Arcadia to establish the run. They've already burned the Marauders through the air a couple times, but you definitely don't want to see the Marauders give Arcadia opportunities on the ground.
Right, and that's they're just keeping the Marauders honest right now with that run game.
Mortensen again operating in the backfield. Waiting to take the snap. Arcadia will switch some stuff up. 2nd and 7 here on the Arcadia 31. Mortensen hands it off left side. That's going to be Rice on the carry. He's going to get a small gain on that run. Not enough for the first down. Lucas Rice on the run. It'll bring up 3rd down and short for Arcadia.
And still a good offensive play for Arcadia. They don't get much, but that's a play that's going to keep the clock moving as they have the lead still. Gives them a 3rd and really manageable. And like we just talked about, keeps the Marauders honest because they can go to that air game that we've seen all game long and throw bombs downfield.
5:50 to go here in the third. 3rd and 2 for Arcadia. Ball spotted on the Titans 36. Mortensen takes the snap, hands it off. It's going to be Blanks, and he is stopped. And I don't know if he got enough for the first down. Yes, he did. It'll be forward momentum. So first down for Arcadia as Blanks picks it up on that 3-yard run.
And that's just very, very good execution on the Titans' part. There's not much there to go on the other side of the ball. Marauders do a pretty good job of containment. Unfortunately, all Arcadia needed was a couple yards on that, and that's what they get to move the chains.
5:20 to go here in the third. 1st and 10 now for Arcadia. Ball spotted on the Titans 39. Mortensen operating again out of the backfield. Mortensen. He's got blanks lined up alongside him. 5 minutes to go here. Mortensen takes the snap, dropping back to pass. He's got blanks on the left side. It is incomplete. They might call that that might be a Marauder ball. So the backwards pass results in a turnover for the Marauders, as Anthony Islas may have picked it up. And yes, indeed, it is Marauder ball.
What a huge play for the Marauders there. You can see it on your replay there. Boy, it's close to be able to tell if it's going forward or backward, but hey, it looks like they're going to give it to the Marauders, and what a break they need.
Well, this is what we talked about, Nick. I said it earlier. If the Marauders can knock down the time, score, get a turnover, and score here, they make it a little bit more. They add a little bit more pressure to Arcadia going into the fourth quarter. Of course, we still got 4:50 to go here in the third. But now Mingus on the Arcadia 30. 1st and 10 here. Harrison under center. He'll take the snap, hand it off on the inside to Angelo Alvarez. Alvarez cutting back for a first down. Angelo's still on his feet. Still going now. Gets brought down around the 10.
What a beast run, huh? What a beast run by Alvarez. Again, you see his jersey ripped off his shoulder pads, and that's because he just won't go down. You can see all the linemen pancaking their guys back there, and Alvarez says, "Thank you, boys," as he runs right through. Does a great job setting up Zach Harrison, this Marauders offense, to cut this deficit to a one-score game.
And a good stop there by Jack Spikerman for Arcadia on the stop there. Harrison's going to hand it off again to Alvarez. Alvarez going to get a good run, get the Marauders close to the 5-yard line here. And now Nick, 2nd and goal here. Mingus with an opportunity.
Yeah, this really, really gives the Marauders some momentum if they can get in the end zone here. Really cut the deficit and make for such a good first home game.
Yeah, 2nd and 5 here. Marauders knocking on the door of Arcadia. Ball spotted on the Titans 5. Harrison hands it off left side. Great stop by Arcadia behind the line. Loss of about 3. And that's John Coulter, who we saw come off the field with some sort of injury, but good to see him back on the field for Arcadia. He got a great jump on the snap and was able to bring down Alvarez behind the line. Loss of about 6. So now it'll be 3rd and 11 for Mingus Union High School. And I'll tell you what, Nick, if Arcadia gets Mingus to go 4 and out here, or even they just get the field goal, it's tough for Mingus. They'd love a touchdown here.
Yeah, you might even see some more trickery from the Marauders coaching staff if it comes down to that 4th down.
Harrison operating under center. Alvarez in the backfield. Mingus Union looking to score. Harrison flips it to the left side. Angelo Alvarez trying to provide some scoring here for Mingus Union. Gets out of bounds around the 5. So gets right back where Mingus Union started. It'll bring up 4th down. We'll see what Coach Monsibayas wants to do. We'll see if he goes with the safe bet and goes for the field goal, or if Mingus Union just goes for it here. It'll bring up 4th down. Ball spotted on the 5.
I mean, a field goal is going to make it a 9-point game, which still means 2 possessions to score.
And, of course, touchdown cuts it down to 1 possession.
Right? And if you don't get the touchdown, you're playing a pretty good field position here. You're leaving Arcadia a very long field to go.
But we've seen Arcadia throw it through the air and make up these big plays. So Marcus Bueno is on for the field goal here. Mingus Union looking to put some points on the board. Bueno, 3 for 3 field goal opportunities this season. Welcome to the team, Marcus Bueno. 26-35 with 2:20 to go in the third quarter. Marauders looking for another stop here on defense. Stay with us.
I'm Chris.
And I'm Tandy, owners of Taylor Waste.
We're homegrown in the Verde Valley and nearly your last local choice.
We want to be your first choice for residential and small business garbage service.
Get a free month service when you make the switch to Taylor Waste.
And enjoy monthly service as low as $16 per month.
Visit TaylorWaste.com for more information.
Or to start service, call Taylor Waste at 649-2662.
Taylor Waste, service tailored to your needs.
Arcadia will recover it around the 1-yard line. Arcadia looking for a big return here, and they will not get it as the Marauders stop them around the 24-yard line. So a backwards pass results in a field goal for Mingus Union High School. Philip Catalfamo alongside Nick Yatsinko. There's a flag on the field. And a little bit of extracurriculars potentially. And there goes some more flags. And this is not the time at all for either team. As Coach Montsabayas rushes out there to get his guys off the field. But there are lots of laundry.
Yeah, a lot of extracurricular that didn't need to happen.
No, not at all. So both sides being told to get off the field, so we're going to see what happens here. Not sure who was the problem starter, but we're not going to place any blame on anyone.
It's a dogfight.
Yeah,
it's an absolute dogfight of a game. It's a great game. It's been fairly clean up until what we just saw. So good job by the refs to break that right up immediately. Credit to the coaching staffs that came right out.
So we got a personal foul penalty on Mingus and also a personal foul penalty on Arcadia. Those penalties will offset.
Makes sense. Yep.
So, well, here we go. We'll see where the ball is officially placed.
Just a warning, and good job nobody letting any punches get thrown or letting anybody get even more hysterical out there. So good job by the coaching staffs on getting everybody away from each other.
And again, our head linesman here, Eric Sanders, on the call. Our umpires for tonight. 2:11 to go here in the third quarter. 1st and 10. So Arcadia will start on the Arcadia 20. That'll be Mortensen in the backfield. Mortensen takes the snap, dropping back to pass. Quick pass to the left side is completed. That went into the hands of number 5, that's Spencer Hoos, and Hoos goes all the way to the Arcadia 40. Huge gain on that 20-yard completion.
Yeah, boy, and there's another chunk play for the Titans. They do such a good job of running those routes. And how about Mortensen as a sophomore delivering some great footballs to his wide receivers?
So it will be a first down. Ball spotted on the Arcadia 40. 1st and 10. Marauders looking for another stop here. 26-35, getting close to the end of the third quarter. Mortensen. Ian Contreras on the false start, or encroachment, excuse me.
Yeah, good discipline there by the Titans. And, you know, everybody's jazzed up. You just had a little bit of a skirmish on the kickoff. Everybody's blood's pumping out there.
Now the ball will move forward to the Arcadia 45. Again, still first down, 1st and 5 now, with 1:30 to go in the third. And no rush here, of course, for Arcadia. Like you mentioned, Nick, even with the field goal, it's still a 2-possession game.
Which should give the Marauders a little bit of an advantage, knowing, hey, maybe they're going to run a little bit more, but we'll see.
Mortensen takes the snap, and that's going to be a flag. We'll get a delay of game here on the side of Arcadia. So that's going to back them right back to where they were on the 40. And we'll redo first down here, 1st and 10 now, instead of 1st and 5. But we're getting close to the end of the third quarter. I'm curious if Arcadia will just let the clock wind down. Although we've got about 50 seconds left, so probably not. Bit of a silly observation, but you never know in high school football.
And a run might take you right into the fourth quarter as well if they keep it on the ground.
Mortensen operating in the backfield. Again, this ball spotted on the Arcadia 40. 1st and 10 here with 50 seconds to go in the third. Arcadia changing the play call here. Mortensen takes the snap, dropping back to pass. Mortensen looking to the left side, right over the middle. It's caught by Rice. Rice heading into the end zone, and he is brought down at the 10. Great stop by the Marauders, but an even better pass and catch by Mortensen to Rice. Touchdown saving tackles there by Mario Camacho. And now it is 1st and 10 on the Marauder 11 for Arcadia.
Boy, and what another chunk play by the Titans. Mortensen to Rice has been clutch all night. These guys have just a handful of catches, Phillip, and a lot of yards.
We talked about those big plays. They've been able to execute them. Hoos under center now, takes the snap. He's going to take it himself up the middle. Hoos brought down, but not before a little bit of a gain there. And we'll bring up 2nd down.
And really, if you're an Arcadia fan, that's exactly what you want to see. A Wildcat run right up the middle that's going to pretty much take this right into the fourth quarter. I don't know that they'll get another snap off. Like you said, they are in no hurry at all.
Still a lot of time left in this game as the third quarter comes to an end. The Marauders have 12 minutes left on the clock to get a victory here in front of the home fans. It's not technically homecoming, but it's the first home game, and Mingus Union would love to get a victory here, down 35-26. Stay with us. Fresh 12 as the fourth quarter starts on Verde Valley TV and KYBC.
I'm Chris.
And I'm Tandy, owners of Taylor Waste.
We're homegrown in the Verde Valley and nearly your last local choice.
We want to be your first choice for residential and small business garbage service.
Get a free month service when you make the switch to Taylor Waste.
And enjoy monthly service as low as $16 per month.
Visit TaylorWaste.com for more information.
Or to start service, call Taylor Waste at 649-2662.
Taylor Waste, service tailored to your needs.
All Price Insurance on Main Street in Cottonwood is your local insurance provider for personal and commercial insurance. Call and compare 23 insurance companies for home, health, auto, RV, motorcycle, boat, or ATV. Specialty insurance and insurance bonds are no problem at All Price Insurance. Call or visit All Price Insurance today.
Flip the field here in front of these Marauder fans. You can see the Marauder faithful getting an opportunity to see the home team here for the first time this season. Of course, unfortunately down 35-26 for now. Fresh 12 on the clock. Fourth quarter kicks off. Arcadia on the Marauder 8, 2nd and 6. And might make it a whole lot worse as it's going to be an encroachment call on Mingus Union's going to get Arcadia right at the goal line now.
Yeah, boy, they got big Nick Choate on that one. Nick Choate just chomping at the bit to penetrate that backfield and just went a little bit too early.
Real quick here, Nick, we talked about it during the timeout. What a touchdown here could mean for Arcadia. And they're knocking at the door here, 2nd and 1. Who's lined up at quarterback, blanks alongside him. Who's waiting to take the snap. And still looking over to the coaching staff here as he changes the play a little bit more. Who's takes the snap. He's going to go take it himself. And it looks like he got stopped right at the line.
Really close, and yeah, Philip, to your point, again, that's a run that Arcadia loves to see right there, that play we just saw, because, again, it's going to keep the clock going, and they're closer and closer to the end zone. They're only about a yard out. Now, if we see Arcadia get in the end zone here, you really wonder, do you go for 2? Yeah. Because if you kick an extra point, you're going to be up 16, which would force the Marauders to get 2 touchdowns plus 2 extra points, or two point conversions.
Yeah.
So you wonder if Arcadia goes for 2, which would make it a 3-possession game and almost take it out of hand for the Marauders.
Now, the referees have blown the whistle here. Again, the ball is on basically the Marauder goal line. It is 1st and 10. One of the line judges pointing over to the side of Arcadia for some reason. Not entirely sure what's going on here, but we'll get you updated.
Well, they got the first down marker out, and it's definitely not first.
Well, no, it should be 3rd and goal.
And they might not have just changed it.
Well, here we go. Regardless, Hughes takes the snap. He's going to take it in himself. And did he get stopped at the goal line? I think he may have gotten in. No, they're going to call him short. So Hughes just short of the goal line. Marauders looking for a goal line stop here.
That was a great stop right there because, I mean, they're only a yard out, and Hughes just basically has to fall forward, and Marauders don't let him do it.
Arcadia's going to go to a quick snap here. They're going to get it to Hughes. Hughes will get into the end zone and score this time. Arcadia extending their lead and putting this one a little bit more out of reach against Mingus Union.
And here we go, that situation we were just talking about. Are we going to see the extra point come out, or are we going to see Arcadia gamble to try to get that 3-possession lead? It looks like they're going to kick it.
Yeah, they are going to kick it. Isaac De La Cruz in for the extra point. He's been solid so far tonight. Looking to put Mingus up, like Nick said, by 16 here. 26-41 right now on our Larry Green Chevrolet scoreboard. Kick is up, and De La Cruz puts that one through. So the Marauders down 16 here, 26-42, with 11 minutes to go in the fourth. Stay with us, Marauders on offense when we come back.
Yavapai College has 6 campuses and centers in Sedona, the Prescott area, and the Verde Valley. With more than 100 degree and certificate programs, YC has what you need to jumpstart your academic journey. Our athletics teams are some of the best in the nation, and we have plenty of student-led clubs, organizations, and activities. Our full-time student discount makes YC the most affordable option in Arizona for a full-time student. Learn more today at yc.edu.
Isaac De La Cruz will kick it to the awaiting Angelo Alvarez. Marauders looking for some fireworks here, down 42-26 at home against the Arcadia Titans. Philip Catalfamo alongside Nick Yatsinko. We've got 11 minutes left here in the fourth, Nick. Marauders down 16.
Yeah, big hole to climb out of if you're the Marauders, but hey, it's only a 2-possession game. You can get back in this.
De La Cruz will send it out of the way of Angelo Alvarez, and he will let it take a hop, though he's going to have to pick it up now as it bounces around the 2-yard line. Alvarez is still trying to fight off some Titans and make it a little bit better of a return, but he'll get thrown out of bounds around the Marauder, 7-yard line. Now we've got a little bit of tussling going again.
Yeah, boy, obviously hot and bothered down there. Alvarez likes to return it a lot more than that. And for some reason, Arcadia's gotten a hold of his jersey a lot tonight. Again, we see Alvarez's jersey come kind of tucked under the shoulder pads.
So we'll see who that penalty is on.
A lot of credit to the linesman here, keeping this one in check.
Unsportsmanlike conduct on the side of Arcadia and Mingus Union.
You like that? The ref
so
says,
it's going to
hey,
be offsetting penalties here.
Careful, young man. I don't want to call any more out there.
Well, yeah. 10 minutes and 54 seconds left here.
Because, of course, both sides are going to argue, hey, it was the other guy. I didn't do
Well,
that.
of course, it's all, everyone only ever sees the reaction. It's all the running joke of sports is they never see the initial. It's always the reaction.
Yeah, good job by the linesman tonight.
Yeah.
Offsetting this one, making sure both sides know they're not going to tolerate it.
So the ball will be on the Marauder 19. 1st and 10. Harrison operating under center, takes the snap. He's going to hand it off left side. That's going to be Makai Arnado. Arnado dropped right at the line. Maybe about a gain of 3 or 4 on that one as he runs to the left side.
That's Gary Beller on the tackle. Big number 75 for the Titans. He's been in there a handful of times for them tonight. Young man's having quite the game on the defensive line.
So now to bring up 2nd and 7. Ball on the Marauder 21. Or excuse me, that's the Marauder 16. Harrison's going to hand it off left side. That's going to be Kyle Ramirez. Ramirez trying to get the edge. Ramirez brought down around the 20. Big hit there, but Ramirez with a good run.
Yeah, boy, oh boy, Philip, you can tell that Arcadia Titans sideline is pumped over there. They're pumped. A big hit on Ramirez, putting the Marauders in a 3rd down situation here. Seemingly all the momentum right now is leaning Arcadia's way.
Well, this is where the momentum has to shift here for Mingus Union. I mean, down 16, the clock is obviously no longer in your favor as we're in the 4th quarter with 9:40 to go. For Mingus Union, it's just got to be about execution.
Right.
Execute well on offense, try to get a stop on defense, and try to get into the end zone before this one ends. But it's been tough so far. Arcadia's defense has done a great job as Harrison takes that direct snap. He's going to bootleg out to the left. There is a flag down. Harrison is going to keep going on his feet and fight for a few extra yards, get the 1st down. There is a flag down, so we're not sure if that one will come back. And it looks like it might be on the side of Mingus Union, so
that'll be a holding right there.
It will be a hold, but I think it is still enough for the 1st down. We'll see where the end call is here.
Nonetheless, nice job by Zach. He did get that 1st down, but we'll see where the linesman set this one after the holding call.
It is going to be holding on Mingus Union, so ball will be pushed back 5 yards from the original spot of the line of scrimmage. So that puts the Marauders now, Nick, at the Marauder 8.
Yeah, the Arcadia faithful over there pumped up, Philip. They filled those crowds, and they're doing a great job of cheering on their Titans. Trying to spoil a first game at home for the Marauders. And again, put up 26 points, trying to get some more. We've seen the offense do it.
9 minutes to go here in the fourth. Harrison under center. Harrison waiting to take the snap. He will. Harrison is going to roll out to his left, looking to pass. He's got Ian Contreras, going to air it out, and it's almost intercepted in and out of the hands of the corner. And a bullet dodged for Mingus Union High School, as that one was intended for Wharf. It'll bring up fourth down, so Mario Camacho will come on to punt it away.
And that's Spikerman on the coverage, and boy, I don't think he knew that one was coming. That hit him basically right in the face mask. Well, that Zach might have probably didn't even see him out there. Fortunately, drops that one.
So on 4th and 17, the Marauders will punt it away. Mario Camacho waiting in the Marauder end zone. Ball is snapped. Camacho will send it downfield, and it'll take a hop around the Marauder 35, and will stop at the Marauder 37. So that's where Arcadia will start on the Marauder side of the football field here. 1st and 10, as Arcadia looks to really put this one away here with 8:45 to go. Of course, Arcadia's next game next week will be at home against at home against Combs. Mingus Union will be on the road at Benjamin Franklin next week. Of course, again, still 8:45 to go here in the fourth. So is now the time for a pick six here, Nick?
This would be the perfect time for a pick six. It's needed if you're the Marauders. You'd imagine that Arcadia is going to keep it on the ground.
Mortensen takes the snap, hands it off left side. That's Blanks. Blanks will get brought down at the line of scrimmage. And it'll bring up second down.
And that's exactly what you need to do if you're the Marauders, is not let them get yardage.
We do have a player down on the field as the trainers come out to assist with 8:35 to go here in the fourth. We're going to step away here for a second. When we come back, we'll continue the broadcast here. 8:35 to go in the fourth quarter. There is an Arcadia player down. We'll get you an update on that and continue the rest of this game. 2nd and 10 when we come back.
You're going to love the new interactive website from Roxu Screen Printers. Now you can create your custom t-shirt design online. Simply choose a t-shirt or hat style, easily upload your logo, or create the perfect design. Workwear, tees, uniforms, polos, and caps, and let's not forget those special occasion tees, all designed online by you. Go to ROKZOO.com, Roxu Screen Printing in Cottonwood, where clothing comes to rock. 24/7 at the all-new Roxu.com.
Player down on the field for Arcadia. That is number 57. Unfortunately, do not have his name on the roster here, but he is up on his own power, walking his way off the field. Always good to see. As Arcadia looks to extend their lead here, want to welcome you back. Verde Valley TV, KYBC, Philip Catalfamo alongside Nick Yatsinko. And Nick, 42-26. Tough task for the Marauders here with 8:35 to go in the fourth. But like we mentioned, maybe a big defensive stop here can get the engines going.
Yeah, it's doable. I mean, it's still only a 2-possession game. You got to score and get the 2-point conversion both times. But it's not out of hand.
Mortensen waiting to take the snap with Blanks alongside him. 2nd and 10. They're going to hand it off. Blanks on the right side, trying to get some room to run. He'll get brought down, not before a gain of about 4 on that run from Blanks. It'll bring up 3rd down. Of course, the Marauders would love a 4 and out here, but they're going to have to score quickly. We're getting close to under 8 minutes here.
Yeah, and like we talked about right before we came back from break, is we're going to see a lot of running from Arcadia to have that clock keep ticking, and that's exactly what they're doing. So you're right. Marauders have got to, make a stop here. Go 4 and out, 3 and out, and then get the ball and score fast.
7 minutes and 40 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. 3rd and 7. Marauders looking for a stop here. Down 26-42. Mortensen takes the snap, going to drop back to pass. Pressure coming. Mortensen left side, incomplete. 4th down will come up.
Nice job, Jimenez, on the coverage there.
So that'll bring up 4th and 7 now. So we'll see what Arcadia does. I doubt they go for a long field goal. But going for it here to obviously continue their drive and set up the potential of, making this game even more out of reach.
And they're going to think about it.
Yeah, well, they're gonna think about it, so will we. We'll take a break. When we come back, 7:29 to go here in the fourth. Mingus Union down 42-26, looking for a stop on 4th and 7.
Choose the region's most comprehensive heart program. Choose care close to home. Choose world-class surgeons. Choose Northern Arizona Healthcare.
Choose precision. Choose innovation. Choose robotic-assisted knee and hip replacement. Choose Northern Arizona Healthcare.
7:29 here in the fourth quarter. Want to welcome you back here to the broadcast. Philip Catalfamo alongside Nick Yatsinko. 4th and 7 for Arcadia on the Marauder 34. Nick, Marauders looking for a stop.
And Marauders wish they had a bug in that Arcadia huddle over there to know what they're doing on 4th.
Well, we'll see what they do here. Mortensen out on the field for Arcadia. Blanks alongside him. Mortensen takes the snap, dropping back to pass. Going to go to the right side, completed for a 1st down. Tackled around the 20. That pass completed to Forced. And that'll push the momentum further in the direction of Arcadia. 1st down for the Titans.
Yeah, smart play, and kudos to the coaching staff over at Arcadia. Mortensen dropped back on that one. He knew exactly where he was going with that. Wide receiver got right to that 1st down marker. Very well executed. That's tough to defend. Very tough to defend a play that is, as an offense, exactly what you're going to do.
1st and 10 here on the Marauder 20. 7:20 to go here. Mortensen takes the snap, hands it off left side. It's going to be Blanks on the run. He gets stopped. Good run there. Gain of about 5. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
Yeah, boy, and if you're Arcadia, that's, literally the perfect play call. If you can get just a handful of yards on each run, you might as well do that and continue to burn that clock.
6:50 to go here in the fourth quarter. 2nd and 6 for Arcadia on the Marauder 16. 42-26 our score, getting close to 6:40 here. Mortensen operating in the shotgun formation. 2 wide receivers on both ends. Man in the backfield, that's Blanks. Mortensen man in motion, that's Rice. They're going to hand it off. Rice on the right side. Cutting back now to the inside and brought down just shy of the 1st down. So to bring up 3rd down, another good run there by Rice, and they're going to say he was close enough. They'll move the chains for 1st down.
Ouch, it really hurts if you're the Marauders. Nice job by Rice on the run. Haven't seen him utilized as a running back too much, but boy, does he come in clutch when they need him.
1st and 10 now for Arcadia on the Marauder 10.
How about another forced turnover? We've seen 2 from the Marauders tonight.
Yeah, the fumble recovery and the interception, of course.
Tack one more on there.
Mortensen takes the snap. This time it's Hoos. Hoos will fall forward and around the 5-yard line on that direct snap to the quarterback. It'll bring up 2nd down, but 2nd and goal nonetheless.
And again, you almost give optimism on both sides of the ball there, because your Arcadia, it's another good play.
Yep.
Where you're going to burn more clock, you're going to get a little closer. And if you're the Marauders, good stop, because if you back up too much, you're going to walk into the end zone and almost take this one out of hand.
Who's back in at quarterback, takes the snap, hands it off to Forst. Forst breaks a tackle but does get brought down right back at the line of scrimmage. And it'll bring up third down on the run there.
Nice job, big Nick Choate finishing up the play on that one. Contreras had him in the backfield, slowed him up entirely, then big Nick Choate comes in, finishes the job.
It'll bring up 3rd and 7 with 4 minutes and 50 seconds to go here in the fourth quarter. Marauders again looking for a stop here. Of course, as we mentioned, the clock may not be in their favor, but Mingus Union has all their timeouts. Hoos takes the snap, direct snap to him. He's going to run to the left side. Hoos fighting his way to the end zone. He'll get stopped just shy, so it'll bring up 4th and goal. And even a field goal hit here, Nick, makes it even more difficult for Mingus Union.
Right. This is another decision time here for that Arcadia coaching staff, because you either go for it. If you don't get it, you're leaving the Marauders the whole field. But again, it's only 2 possessions. If you kick the field goal, you take it out of hand with 3 possessions. Oh, that's going to back up the Titans.
That's going to be a false start on the side of Arcadia, so that's going to help Mingus Union a little bit. It'll back them up to the Marauders 7. Still 4th down here, however, changed the game plan for Coach Brown.
There's big James Phillips, tackle for the Titans there, 6'5", 290 pounds. It's a big fella down there.
What is it like to be 6'5"?
No idea. I couldn't tell you.
I couldn't tell you either.
I could stand on a few milk crates and give you a perspective, but other than that, we'll have to ask Phillips after the game.
Yeah, I guess so.
He just got too excited on that one.
4th and 7 on the Marauder 7. 3:30 to go here. Mortensen back in at quarterback for Arcadia. And we've got a timeout on the side of Arcadia. We'll take a break as well. 3:28 to go here. Ball spotted on the Marauder 7. Mingus Union looking for a stop here on 4th down.
People often refer to Larry Green Chevrolet as the people place. Keeping that reputation is a priority in the community and with every customer that comes through the door. Larry Green Chevrolet, we're better and we'll prove it. If you're in the market for a new or pre-owned car, truck, van, or SUV, you'll find our selection extensive and the sales team professional and courteous. Visit Larry Green Chevrolet just off Highway 260 next to Walmart or LarryGreenChevrolet.com.
Want to welcome you back here to Bright Field on the campus of Mingus Union High School. Philip Catalfamo alongside Nick Yatsinko. 4th and 7 on the Marauder 7. Arcadia on offense, up 42-26 against the Mingus Union Marauders. Mortensen in the shotgun formation. And we got a flag. It's going to back him up again. False start on the side of Arcadia. So they were knocking on the door of a possible 4th and very, very short. But due to penalties now, Arcadia will have to operate with 4th and 12 on the Marauder 12.
Beginning of the game, we didn't see too many flags at all. And all of a sudden, it's just been laundry all over the field the second half.
Mortensen looking to get Arcadia into the end zone here. Mortensen takes the snap, dropping back to pass, looking to the right side. Pressure coming. Pass is completed to the right side. Got to get into the end zone for a score. Marauders able to get the stop here, and they'll take over.
Yeah, big hold on defense. Great job by the Marauders. 3 minutes, 20 seconds. You need 16 points. Definitely not out of reach. You can do it. Long
you
field to go, though.
You got to score within the next minute.
Right.
Get the onside kick, considering you convert on the 2-point conversion. We do have an injury timeout here as an Arcadia player is down around the Arcadia side of the 5-yard line.
I'll tell you, how electric would this place be if they got the touchdown and 2-point conversion and we saw an onside kick coming out. This place would be electric. It was like that against Bradshaw at Bradshaw, Bob Pavlich Field.
Yep. And we know that the Marauder fans travel well. So when they're at home, I mean, that is something momentum-wise that would just really put Mingus Union probably in the right spot to maybe convert in that situation.
I mean, it does. And that's against Bradshaw. They were in that spot.
Oh, yeah.
Try to trick play, and just unfortunately, Worf threw the interception. It's just unfortunate. They were trying to find Harrison. Harrison lost his footing trying to run the route or got tripped up. Couldn't quite see it, but nonetheless, the Marauders find themselves in a situation where they can get that excitement going again. And boy, if they can score and get that 2-point conversion, even before the kickoff, they will have so much momentum. I mean, just to get, because, you know, you got to get 50% there, right? So you got to score and you got to get the 2-point conversion before you even think about doing anything else.
Well, we'll see what Coach Anguiano, Coach Monsabayez, and probably at some point Coach JR has in store for the offense and the defense, respectively. 3:20 to go here in the fourth quarter. 1st and 10 for the Marauders on their own 6. Down 42-26 on our Larry Green Chevrolet scoreboard. The player for Arcadia still down on the field. And we'll get you the player ID there as he slowly makes his way up.
And I know one of the keys to the game was, you know, recovering not only from that tough loss, but the injuries that we've seen. And Arcadia tonight had a couple guys going down, and we wish them speedy, fast recoveries. Hopefully they don't miss any games.
You never want to see injuries on either side of the field, of course.
Right.
Well, we'll see what Mingus Union has in store, as we mentioned, in terms of the defense and the offense. Of course, the offense, a big task right now with the ball spotted on their own 6, and hopefully Mingus Union will get into the end zone quickly, Nick. We've seen Zach Harrison air it out a little bit, of course. You've got the ground game with Makai Arnado and Angelo Alvarez. Kyle Ramirez has done a great job so far. Maybe he'll be our Verde Lee Market player of the game. We'll talk about that afterwards. But, you know, despite the circumstances now, a lot of optimism heading into the rest of this game and also into the matchup next week on the road at Benjamin Franklin.
You got to be real focused right now. You know, as you're an offensive lineman, I've been in a situation similar to this, and you really do have to break it down into small pieces. You know, you got to take care of one piece at a time. Whether coach is giving you that play right now to go get the first down, that's what you need to do. If you got to get that first down and get out of bounds, one step at a time. You can't look at the overall picture. The overall picture is tough to look at right now if you're the Marauders. You're down 16 points with 3 minutes and 20 seconds left. So that's a big picture to look at. You can't look at all of that at once. You got to break it down into each individual play. And like you just said, execute. You got to execute really, really well.
Well, this would be the opportunity for Mingus Union to have, you know, if assuming, of course, they don't have probably the best comeback in the past 3 years at the very least. It'd be probably one of the greatest comebacks ever. But just like I said, just execution. You know, just execute well offensively, and you know, get into the end zone if you can, but just try to be clean. Because in that way, you know, you work on some stuff heading into the game against Arcadia. Against Benjamin Franklin next week.
Yeah. Yep, and those guys are trying to stay focused. They're trying not to think about that.
That is
current moment. Good to see that tighten up over there.
That's, I believe that's Forrest, number 6, making his way off the field. We wish
it's going to be 36.
36, excuse me. It'll be 36. So that is not Forrest. Forrest is okay.
He's had a big game for the Titans as well, though.
Oh, yeah.
Hopefully a speedy recovery for that young man.
26, excuse me. That's Ben Blanks, another guy who's been a key contributor, as Angelo Alvarez, 25-yard line off that run from Alvarez. First and 10 for the Marauders here after that run from Alvarez. Harrison takes the snap, dropping back to pass, looking left side, completed to Ian Contreras. Haven't called his name tonight. Contreras fighting his way, trying to get the first down, gets stopped just shy of the line. But a nice completion there to Ian Contreras with 3 minutes to go.
Yeah, I'd like to see Ian get to that outside, but really didn't have the chance as the Titans do a good job of containing him to keep the clock rolling. Mingus here up tempo.
Harrison operating with trips right. Man in the backfield, that's Alvarez. Harrison takes the snap, dropping back to pass. Harrison flushed out of the pocket left. Pressure coming. Harrison's got to make a decision. He's going to scramble. Harrison's got to get out of bounds. He will.
Yeah, nice job by Harrison laying the hit out there too.
Just shy of the first down. So a 9-yard run from Zach Harrison on the scramble to the right side. And now Mingus Union with the ball on their own 44, 2nd and 1 with 2:37 to go. Smart job by Harrison to step out of bounds there.
For sure. That's what you want to see out of your senior quarterback.
Harrison in the shotgun formation alongside Alvarez. Takes the snap. He's got the option run. Harrison's going to take it himself, get the first down and fall at the 50-yard line. Didn't get out of bounds, so the clock will keep going here. It'll bring up first down.
Good job by that offensive line. They're staying focused. Like we talked about, breaking this thing out in each individual play.
Harrison, again operating in the backfield, takes the snap, dropping back to pass. Harrison, pressure coming, is incompleted. Almost in the hands of Angelo Alvarez, but falls out. And that'll bring up third down for the Marauders, 3rd and 10 here on the 50-yard line.
I mean, it's not the worst incompletion, because he catches that. If Alvarez catches that, he's only past the marker a yard or two. So it's not going to get you a lot of yards, and it's going to keep the clock going. So at least the clock stopped, and Harrison gets the reset.
Trips left here for Zach Harrison in the shotgun formation. He'll take the snap and roll left. We've got a stoppage in play. There is a flag on the play. It's going to be a false start on the Mingus Union Marauders. That's going to back them up 5, make this a 2nd and 15.
Yeah, it's a tough one there.
Yep.
You kind of need every single moment to go your way if you're going to have the comeback happen. Boy, approaching the 2-minute mark here, too. 2:18 left.
It is for sure crunch time here for the Marauders. Harrison operating with trips left, dropping back to pass. Harrison's going to roll out to his left. Pressure coming on the edge. Harrison's got to get rid of it. He'll throw it out of bounds. It'll fall incomplete, of course. And there's a flag on the field.
Great job by Cabot Wigginton out there. Comes off the edge, number 56 for the Titans. As we see another penalty on the Marauders. Boy, Cabot does a nice job. He's untouched, and he forces Zach all the way to the sidelines because nobody got a block on him. I'm not sure if that was a stunt.
Well, despite the penalty was declined, so it'll be 3rd and 15 for the Mingus Union Marauders on their own 45 here. Harrison's going to have to pick it up here with 2:11 to go. Harrison in the shotgun formation with 2 receivers on both ends. Harrison takes the snap. Going to make that quick pass. Nope, he's going to hang on to it and throw it to the right side. It is incomplete and out of the hands of Austin Wharf. They're going to bring up 4th down.
Yeah, that's a tough one. I'm not sure you saw Zach go with the pump fake there. That's definitely a designed play. You're trying to basically sell the short pass and then throw it deep. But Arcadia knows the situation, so their defensive backs and safeties are, I'm looking at them 20 yards deep in the backfield. So they're doing a very, very, very good job of staying back in zone, not letting the Marauders get behind them.
And we've got a stoppage in play here. It's going to be a timeout on the side of Mingus Union. We'll take one as well. 2:07 left in the 4th quarter. Marauders trying to convert on 4th and 15 on their own 45. Stay with us.
Starting in the late 1920s, Grandpa Gettle and his brothers laid the groundwork for what would become a family legacy. Almost 100 years and 100 patents later, Gettle's High Desert Mechanical continues to raise the bar of quality heating, cooling, and plumbing products and services in the Verde Valley.
Call Gettle's High Desert Mechanical Heating, Air Conditioning, and Plumbing at 567-2200 or online at GettlesHDM.com, providing solutions for your comfort. Don't settle, get Gettles, and go Marauders!
42-26 here at Bright Field on the campus of Mingus Union High School. Philip Catalfamo alongside Nick Yatsinko. The Arcadia Titans in control here, up 42-26 with 2:07 left in the fourth quarter. Ball spotted on the Marauder 45. Mingus Union looking to convert here on 4th and 15. Harrison under center. Harrison takes the snap, rolling out to his left, looking, gonna fire it downfield for Ian Contreras. It's incomplete.
Oh, boy, that's a real heartbreaker there. Contreras burned that Arcadia Titan defense. Harrison sets himself up, and he throws such a nice football, but it's just out of reach for Contreras.
So an incomplete pass results in a turnover here for Mingus Union, and now Arcadia will take over in full control, as they will, at least right now, get back-to-back wins. They won last week against Pueblo in a close battle, 12-7, and here on the road getting the win. At least that's how it's looking here with 2 minutes to go in the fourth. Up 42-26. Mortensen takes the snap. He's going to hand it off to the right side. And that's going to be a run there by number 31. That's Quentin Isabel. And the ball's loose. It's picked up. The Marauders may have picked up a fumble. Going into the end zone. The Marauders have scored. There is a flag down on the field, but Mingus Union for now, Michael Grijalva, may have picked up a fumble recovery for a touchdown. They're going to call it a touchdown. Wow, the tables have turned in just a second, Nick.
That could be the miracle the Marauders needed.
Wow.
Right there. What a strip. Grijalva takes that ball away from the Titans and scores.
Michael Grijalva, Nick, you can cross it off on the three keys to the game.
There it is.
Scoring on defense. Michael Grijalva gets into the end zone. He has an interception, now a fumble recovery for a touchdown. 32-42. Marcus Bueno looking to make this a 9-point game, with Mingus Union still down, 1:47 to go. Onside kick. However, it's still a 3-possession game, Nick, despite the extra point here, of course. So we'll see if Mingus Union goes for it here. They will.
And let's see if they can get the 2-point conversion.
A completely different game now.
That would make it a 1-possession game if they can get the 2-point conversion here, which clearly we see the Marauders lining up for.
So Mingus Union going to go for the 2-point conversion here. Jimenez going to hustle onto the field. Trips right here for Zach Harrison. Makai Arnado in the backfield. And we're going to get a timeout.
Not quite sure. Harrison didn't like what he saw out there.
Yeah.
And nice, good, wise decision, from the senior quarterback. Because this is a huge play. You need this. You absolutely need this.
So here we go. Marauders looking to convert on the 2-point conversion. Again, Harrison in the backfield with Arnado. Trips right. Harrison takes the snap, rolling to his right, looking for the 2-point conversion. Pressure coming. Harrison. It is incomplete. Pass intended for Ian Contreras near the goal line. And it'll make it a 32-42 game, 10-point deficit for the Marauders with 1:47 to go here in the fourth. We'll let the replay take you into the commercial break. Stay with us.
Two things we can count on every year:
a new set of tax rules and great weather here in northern Arizona.
Jackson Hewitt Tax Service, locally owned and operated by Lewis Rice since 1997, is here for you all year long.
Your neighborhood Jackson Hewitt Tax Office will help you in all of your taxing situations.
Electronic filing is always free with your tax preparation at Jackson Hewitt Tax Service.
Get more in return. Call 1-800-234-1040 for an office near you.
Minute 47 here at Bright Field on the campus of Mingus Union High School. Mingus Union Marauders down 42-32 against the Arcadia Titans, as the Marauders now down 10. And you got to hope after the there's a penalty against the Marauders, so that now the kick is going to be taking place at the Mingus 25. So there was a penalty and it was against the Marauders. So now they'll be kicking from further, and the assumption is maybe you go for the onside kick here. But down 10, Nick, still a 2-possession game.
I almost think you have to go for the onside kick, but we'll see what the Marauders coaching staff has lined up.
Bueno will try the onside, and it is recovered by Arcadia around their own, around the Marauder 35. So Mingus Union's defense will instead look for a stop as they're down 10, but like we said, a very tough task. However, if they can get another strip for a touchdown from Michael Grijalva, might be looking at a completely different game here with 1:44 to go, but we'll see.
Yeah, you bet that Arcadia coaching staff was over there saying, hold the football. Do not let that happen again. I mean, that was an incredible score by the Marauders defense, which we'll get to talk about in the post-game show. But Arcadia looking to put this thing away.
Who's lined up at quarterback? He'll take the snap and go for the quarterback option run up the middle. He will get about 5 on that run. It'll bring up second down and keep the clock going. Marauders do have two timeouts. Arcadia's got one. A lot of kudos to Coach Ray Brown and his coaching staff tonight. They've done a phenomenal job of really executing well and taking advantage of Mingus's weaknesses.
Yeah, I really like the timeout that they called earlier in the game when they needed a first down, and they came right out and threw a dart right at that first down marker.
Oh, yeah. So it'll be 2nd and 5 here with under a minute to go. Who's again operating as the quarterback? Who's takes the snap. Running to the right side this time. Who's breaks a tackle and falls down. Not enough for the first down, but it'll bring up 3rd down and again keep the clock moving and potentially force Mingus Union to call a timeout. And that's what they'll do. They will call a timeout with 49 seconds left here in the 4th. 3rd and 6 for Arcadia. Ball spotted on the Marauder 31. Nick, 49 seconds left. You got to assume, of course, if Mingus Union gets the ball back here.
Yeah,
it's 10 points.
It's tough.
It's tough.
Who's obviously on that last play, you can tell that Who's is being coached up on the sidelines because he's got a little bit of room in front of him, but he just kind of falls down. Keep the ball, safe. No fumbles, no strips. Keep that clock running. Arcadia knows, and they especially after that last series where the Marauders strip it, take it into the end zone, they know they need to play this as safe as possible.
49 seconds left here, 3rd and 1 for Arcadia on the Marauder 32. Who's lined up at quarterback? And that should be a false start. It will be. So that's going to back up Arcadia about 5. Give them 3rd and 6. On the Marauder 42 here. So maybe a little bit of a break in the action from the Marauders. Again, down 10 points with 49 seconds left is tough.
And with one timeout, if they get the first down here, that'll seal it.
Who's takes the snap. He's going to run to the right side and potentially pick up the first down. Yep, he's got it. That should about do it here for Arcadia as they pick up the first down.
And they're getting hype on that Arcadia sidelines as the refs move the chains. Boy, what a dog fight we had tonight. Again, Philip, Coach Montebias called it. He said it was going to be a real tough one. Arcadia's got a lot of weapons able to use. We saw that passing game first, then the rushing game followed it.
Victory formation will go Spencer Who's as Arcadia will focus attention back at home against Combs on October 15th. Whereas the Mingus Union Marauders will be on the road to take on Benjamin Franklin. We hope you join us for that one as the Marauders look to break this 2-game losing streak against another Phoenix team before getting another opportunity here at home against the Lee Williams Volunteers.
Great sportsmanship there. See a lot of these guys battling all night. We called it a dogfight a handful of times and shaking hands saying, hey, nice job, man. That was a tough night. And congratulations to Arcadia. Like you said, very well coached tonight. And not to take anything away from the Marauders side as well. Same for the Marauders.
42-32 on our Larry Green Chevrolet scoreboard. Arcadia able to get the victory on the road against the Mingus Union Marauders. We'll get you caught up on this game and get you ready for next week here as we head into the Gettles High Desert Mechanical postgame show. Stay with us here on Verde Valley TV and KYBC.
Yavapai College has 6 campuses and centers in Sedona, the Prescott area, and the Verde Valley. With more than 100 degree and certificate programs, YC has what you need to jumpstart your academic journey. Our athletics teams are some of the best in the nation, and we have plenty of student-led clubs, organizations, and activities. Our full-time student discount makes YC the most affordable option in Arizona for a full-time student. Learn more today at yc.edu.
Since 1925, Tiffany Construction has worked with developers and local and federal government to build, expand, and improve infrastructure, roads, drainage systems, and subdivisions. From concept to completion, the Tiffany Construction team provides a full complement of construction services and state-of-the-art delivery methods customized to fit your needs and budget. They're Arizona's longest tenured family-owned and operated civil contractor and proudly serving the Verde Valley since 1991. Tiffany Construction, knowledge and experience to bring your project to reality.
The Suzy Q Market is the most convenient stop for road trips with 1,500 beverage selections and plenty of snacks. And save on fuel with the Marathon Make It Count reward program. The Suzy Q drive-thru window is the most convenient way to stop for those essentials on the way home.
Road trips start here with something for everyone.
At Suzy Q.
Shop local first, always.
Go Marauders!
You're going to love the new interactive website from Roxu Screen Printers. Now you can create your custom t-shirt design online. Simply choose a t-shirt or hat style, easily upload your logo, or create the perfect design. Workwear, tees, uniforms, polos, and caps, and let's not forget those special occasion tees, all designed online by you. Go to ROKZOO.com, Roxu Screen Printing in Cottonwood, where clothing comes to rock. 24/7 at the all-new Roxu.com.
Choose precision. Choose innovation. Choose robotic-assisted knee and hip replacement. Choose Northern Arizona Healthcare.
Choose the region's most comprehensive heart program. Choose care close to home. Choose world-class surgeons. Choose Northern Arizona Healthcare.
People often refer to Larry Green Chevrolet as the people place. Keeping that reputation is a priority in the community and with every customer that comes through the door. Larry Green Chevrolet, we're better and we'll prove it. If you're in the market for a new or pre-owned car, truck, van, or SUV, you'll find our selection extensive and the sales team professional and courteous. Visit Larry Green Chevrolet just off Highway 260 next to Walmart or LarryGreenChevrolet.com.
Welcome to the Postgame Report, brought to you by Gettles High Desert Mechanical Heating, AC, and Plumbing Specialist, online at GettlesHDM.com. Stick around for the game recap, including Marauder highlights, scores, and stats. And now let's head back to the press box. Here's your announcers, Philip Catalfamo and Nick Yatsinko.
Want to welcome you into the Gettles High Desert Mechanical postgame show here inside the cave on the campus of Mingus Union High School. A tough loss for the Mingus Union Marauders, 42-32. Philip Catalfamo alongside Nick Yatsinko. And Nick, it was a hard battle last week against Bradshaw Mountain. Didn't get any easier against the Arcadia Titans.
Yeah, that's another tough one. And, I mean, thankfully it's not as tough as being a one-possession game, but Marauders still try to claw back into this one. I like the offense. Again, over 25 points at 26. So the Marauders know how to get points on the board. Just couldn't stop that Titans offense tonight.
And you can see those Marauders down there near the end zone. Of course, they'll get another opportunity here at home. Two, in fact. One against Lee Williams on October 29th. And, of course, the last game against the pesky Prescott Badgers will be happening November 12th. So you definitely want to stick around for those two. You can catch both those games. And, of course, next week's game on the road to Benjamin Franklin right here on KYBC and Verde Valley TV. But, Nick, let's talk about some statistics. Let's start on the side of Arcadia. Obviously, their quarterback, Rocco Mortensen, did a phenomenal job tonight so far. Only had one interception. Other than that, he was great through the air.
Man, the kid's a sophomore, too.
I know.
I mean, he's going to be a scary quarterback. Mortensen's got some size to him. He's got speed. He's got deadly accuracy. I mean, we saw a lot of chunk plays tonight. There you see his quarterback rating's great. Besides that one interception he threw, 12 for 17, 284 yards, 3 touchdowns through the air, and an interception. I mean, pretty good stats, especially for a sophomore quarterback coming into a place like Bright Field here. This is tough to play against the Marauders.
Oh, yeah. Spencer, who's another guy in terms of getting it done on the ground for Arcadia, also had a huge game, 2 rushing touchdowns for him as well. Brady Forced, the receiver, 2 huge plays over the top. You see who's stats there, 11 carries, 35 yards, 3 touchdowns for the senior quarterback. And like I mentioned, Brady Forced, the wide receiver, had a phenomenal game as well. We talked about the big plays. We saw it earlier from Arcadia where they are able to really attack the Marauders over the air. And, well, kind of one of the reasons why the Marauders unfortunately lost this game.
Yeah, a lot of stats going Arcadia's way tonight. All that 284 yards getting thrown by Harrison. A lot of that went to Rice and Forced.
Yep.
And only a handful of receptions, really, for both of them. Again, he only had 12 completions on the night. And Forced and Rice only had a handful of catches each, but for massive yardage. And they were able to scamper into the end zone on those plays. Those are the ones that really tear you down.
Yeah, Lucas Rice as well had a phenomenal game. A great job, of course, by Ray Brown and the Arcadia Titans. They are coming off now back-to-back wins going into the game next week against Combs back at home. Let's talk about the Mingus Union Marauders. Zach Harrison, unfortunately, did have an interception, but for the most part, looked pretty good behind center.
Absolutely. I mean, his stats speak for themselves. 9 for 17, 120 yards. 1 interception on the night. You'd like to see that in the touchdown column.
Right.
We didn't. 7 carries, 38 yards. He does it on the ground. Okay, that's pretty average for him during his games. He was a little bit behind average passing-wise. That interception, that's a tough momentum blower, and that was just great coverage by the Arcadia Titans. Those cornerbacks did a good job of reading him. Obviously, the adjustments, that Arcadia made at halftime were great because they came out and that interception was on the very first play after halftime.
Makai Arnado getting into the mix for the Mingus Union Marauders, and of course Kyle Ramirez getting into the end zone. We'll talk about him in just a little bit. And I feel like the Marauders definitely defensively were missing Brazen Durkalek tonight. And same with Hunter Perkins on the offensive side. Perkins has been a great counterback to Angelo Alvarez, 2 speedy running backs, and unfortunately Durkalek and Perkins unable to play tonight due to injuries suffered in the Bradshaw Mountain game. Hopefully we'll see one of, if not both of them, next week against Benjamin Franklin. But Durkalek on the defensive end, you Marauders really could have used that pressure on the edges, especially with a more scrambling quarterback in Hughes and Mortensen.
Man, that's such a great point. And on the flip side of that, they were missed on the offensive side severely too. Durkalek and Perkins are both great playmakers for the Marauders. They're very shifty guys. They're going to have the touchdowns that you need in crunch time, and they weren't out there for the Marauders tonight. That's okay. Ramirez, who we'll talk about, he stepped up. A couple more Marauders stepping up. Arnado had some more carries tonight. There you see Ramirez, 6 carries, 33 yards, 2 touchdowns. It's huge. He's clutch when he's down in the red zone. Did a great job of running behind his offensive line, making sure he got in the end zone. And like you just said, it's going to be nice. Hopefully we get Perkins and Durkalek back very soon because, they would have gotten to the quarterback, you already know, 2 or 3 times tonight because they're so fast off the edge. Unfortunately, Marauders tried to get it done without him and couldn't tonight.
Well, and of course, Ian Contreras through the air getting it done, and Freddie Jimenez, a nice little connection from Zach Harrison to Freddie Jimenez. Nice to see that they're starting to find some rhythm in the offense as well. 5 receptions, 78 yards for Freddie. Nice to see him back on the field. Got an opportunity to play a little bit of basketball with him at the Cottonwood Rec Center over the summer. We were talking about the broadcast, and he was saying, hey, you're going to be calling my name a lot this year, so hey, we're still waiting for it, Freddie. Just get into the end zone, man. We're excited to see you get in there. You're getting some receptions. It's good to see. And, of course, Angelo Alvarez, so we cannot not mention how great he was tonight. Gets that kick return for a touchdown. You know, the kid is an absolute monster for this team. But our Verde Lee Market player of the game this week, we just mentioned him, Kyle Ramirez, able to get into the end zone twice for the Mingus Union Marauders. Nice to see him getting incorporated in the offense more, and hopefully it'll continue into next week's matchup against Benjamin Franklin. But that is our Verde Lee Market player of the game, Kyle Ramirez. Verde Lee Market is a favorite of locals and visitors. It has received hundreds of excellence on TripAdvisor. Open 7 days a week from 8 to 9, 516 North Main Street. Go check that out again. Kyle Ramirez did a great job tonight getting into the end zone twice for the Mingus Union Marauders. But, Nick, the Marauders will look to bounce back once again on the road against Benjamin Franklin before they head back home here against the Lee Williams Volunteers and continue region play here in the 2021 season. However, we got to take one more trip to Phoenix before we get to stay home for the rest of the year. Actually, I take that back. We have a game against Cocoa after that, so never mind. But anyway, Nick, hopefully Mingus Union will be able to bounce back against Benjamin Franklin and execute well.
Yeah, and another newer team that we haven't been too familiar with, Benjamin Franklin. So interesting, again, we're going to go into another opponent that we don't have a lot of experience playing. So it'll be curious to see what the coaching staff draws up. And like we talked about in pregame, they did a great job. And tonight was no exception. We saw a lot of great plays by the Marauders. And I got to give my congrats to Kyle Ramirez, player of the game there. He did a wonderful job getting in the end zone a couple times for the Marauders. Very clutch when you need him to be, when you're missing some weapons like Dirkelek and Perkins. So going to be fun next week.
These two programs have not played each other since 1994, and here in 2021, it is a victory towards the Arcadia Titans, 42-32. Again, they will be back at home against Combs. The Marauders will head on the road to Benjamin Franklin, and we will be there. We hope you are as well. That is going to do it here for the Cave. An unfortunate loss for the Mingus Union Marauders, but to look to bounce back on the road at Benjamin Franklin. For Nick Yatsinko, I'm Philip Catalfamo, wishing you a great rest of your weekend. We'll see you on the road next week.
This has been the Postgame Report, brought to you by Gettles High Desert Mechanical Heating, AC, and Plumbing Specialist, online at GettlesHDM.com.
Starting in the late 1920s, Grandpa Gettle and his brothers laid the groundwork for what would become a family legacy. Almost 100 years and 100 patents later, Gettle's High Desert Mechanical continues to raise the bar of quality heating, cooling, and plumbing products and services in the Verde Valley.
Call Gettles High Desert Mechanical Heating, Air Conditioning, and Plumbing at 567-2200 or online at GettlesHDM.com, providing solutions for your comfort. Don't settle. Get Gettles and go Marauders. This has been a presentation of Yavapai Broadcasting Sports. Any rebroadcast or use of this broadcast without written permission from Mingus Union High School or Yavapai Broadcasting is expressly prohibited. Tonight's Mingus Marauder game has been sponsored in part by Gettles High Desert Mechanical, offering solutions for your comfort. Northern Arizona Healthcare, improving health, improving people. And Suzy Q Market, the best road trips start at Suzy Q. Mingus Marauders football supporters also include Jackson Hewitt Rice Accounting with locations across northern Arizona. Larry Green Chevrolet, the People Place. And Tiffany Construction, knowledge and experience to bring your project to reality. Mingus football on KYBC, Verde Valley TV, and MyRadioPlace.com is also brought to you by All Price Insurance. Call 634-2311 to get your quote. Taylor Waste, service tailored to your needs. Yavapai College, you can, we can, together. And Rock Zoo Screen Printers, where clothing comes to rock. We'll return next week for exciting Mingus Marauder football action on KYBC 96.3 FM, online at MyRadioPlace.com, or Verde Valley TV Sparklight Channel 1056 Sudden Link Channel 2.